Where are you from? Where you grad? And what was it like growing up?
From Aliamanu. For those that don't know where it is, good. Let's keep it like that. And then I was like Ice Palace rat. I was there every single weekend for like 10 years.
I loved breakdancing. Big cardboard box outside of my house in Hilo.
You can't do it in Big Island because it's just you're gonna get wet cardboard.
That was the problem.
Yeah.
That's why I never became a breakdancer.
I think that's my overall problem is I don't have drive.
You're actually a really lazy guy.
A lot of rappers would only finish 2 verses and then get too lazy to do the third. I always consider myself like the 3rd verse rapper. If you get this far in the song, then maybe you'll hear me.
Yeah, we'll get you canceled.
Yeah, guaranteed. Let's go.
How would you describe Haole to somebody who doesn't know?
Happy Howley to you too.
Haole to you too.
To you too.
Velina mai kako, welcome to Keep It Aloha, a podcast that keeps aloha by owning the best multi-tool ever, the slipper. I'm your host Kamaka, and from my experience, the slipper can be used to walk, spank your kids, kill cockroaches, run faster when you put it on your hands, and so much more. Slippers for life. We have a great guest with us today, but before we introduce him, I gotta remind you to check out our Patreon at patreon.com/kamakadias to become a part of our Patreon ohana for as little as $3 a month. You can get exclusive behind-the-scenes access and listen to uncut episodes before they are even released to the public. If supporting this podcast with money is not for you, but you still love listening to us, please leave a review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. It would mean the world to us. All right, let's introduce our guest. What if we told you the next 3 times you fill your tank, you could save money? Well, at Texaco in Hawaii, it's true. You can get $1 off per gallon on your next 3 visits when you download the Texaco app and join Texaco Rewards. Earn points on every fuel transaction and qualifying in-store purchases at participating Texaco stations. Download the app and join to get started today. Visit texacohawaii.com for details. Our guest today is a popular DJ from the island of Oahu. He is an artist, producer, rapper, MC, and videographer. As an American battle rapper, he has over 21 battles and nearly 1 million views and is a part of the island-born rap group called Angry Locals, which consists of Krystillez, BigMox, and Mike 3. And, of course, our guest. They released their debut album, Aloha From Hawai'i, and a follow-up EP, Shaka to the Neck, which he produced, mixed, and recorded. This father has been killing the game for over a decade, and I am so stoked to talk stories with him today. His name is Osna Ronquilio. Aloha, Osna. Welcome to the Keep It Low podcast. How you doing?
How's it?
I like the shirt.
Yee. No. It's on merch on my website right now, djosnizzle.com. So if you guys like buy some, boom, there it is.
So what do you consider yourself these days? Like, you wear many different hats. So like if I were to meet you, or like, oh, hi, I'm Kamaka, I do this. And then how would you introduce yourself?
Usually I just maybe like entertainer.
Oh, entertainer?
Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
Sometimes.
Just do everything.
Depends who I'm
comedian?
talking to. Not yet. We're gonna get there though. But like if I meet like my friends, family or whatever, like you don't want to say I'm a rapper, then it's judge you or whatever. But since I do so much, it's like I'm just like a entertainer or musician. Yeah. Either one.
Okay. Nice. I know you have your own music, you produce music, you play music.
Just a little bit of everything.
Music is kind of your life, huh?
Yeah. Pretty consumed by music, DJing. So if I'm not making my own music, I'm playing other people's music.
Yeah. Cool. Well, we'll learn all about it. I like to start at the beginning.
Okay.
Where are you from? Where you grad? And what was it like growing up? From
Aliamanu. So for those that don't know where it is, good. Let's keep it like that. Because I don't want my hood to get gentrified. That's like it's an old neighborhood. I feel like everybody on my street is like been there for generations, and it's just going up. Like the prices is going crazy, but it's like old houses that like when you bring your family over, like maybe one cousin from the Philippines and he's just sleeping in the living room, then he get a girlfriend and they have kids, and now the garage is turned into a 2-bedroom, and then you got to go upstairs and build more. So like all the houses over there is like it's just very family oriented.
Okay, so you're saying that all Filipinos live there?
Pretty much. There's big local families, plenty Polynesians, plenty plantation, workers that just came over. But that's where I'm from, Aliamanu. And I was supposed to grad from Radford, so I went Radford, just never graduated. Couldn't make it past that far.
But
that's where it's at.
Yeah. What was growing up like? What kind of things were you into?
I started off breakdancing. I remember that from young age.
Sick.
I was raised by like single dad, basically. So my parents split when I was 2, and I was living with my dad. So he was a workaholic. So basically, I raised myself in the streets. As far as like every day coming home from school is just football, soccer, basketball, skating, breakdancing. Just as it's basically like, can you occupy yourself until I come home from work? So then it's just I just grew up at the park basically. It was just boys, with the boys.
Yeah. So did you get into a lot of trouble?
You know, I never really got into trouble because I did do a lot of trouble, but my thing was
You never got caught.
I never got caught.
Just like Aladdin, you're only in trouble if you get caught.
Exactly. I was too fast. My thing was like, okay, if I can just outrun whoever's chasing me, then I'm good. You know what I mean?
That's so funny because
That's it.
when people ever ask like if you got lickings growing up, I would tell them like, not really, because every time my mom or somebody would get mad, even my brother, I just run away. Like, I'm too fast. Like my brother would punch a hole in the wall, but because the door is locked, because I got there so quickly. So
book it.
I understand.
Yeah,
we got speed on our side.
Yes.
You know, us guys, we don't got the strength. We got the speed.
You gotta know your strengths, bro.
Exactly.
You gotta go. Yeah. So that's basically my upbringing, was just neighborhood stuff.
Yeah.
Typical Hawaiian old school style. You know, let all the kids just go in the streets and just take care of each other.
Yeah, and those are the times. I mean, growing up, you just like your parents just are okay with you just like going down the road, living in the neighborhood, jumping the fence to go to your friend's house, and then they send like the little sibling over to come get you. Hey, Kamaka, Micah, mom said to come over if dinner's ready.
Just yelling, no cell phones.
Exactly, no cell phones. Or you gotta remember the home phones.
Yeah, home phones. Well, the wildest thing I just like growing up remembering was like as kids, we could buy like cigarettes at the Monopoly truck.
Oh, really?
Because the Monopoly guy come and he's like, oh, I gotta sell you cigarettes. Well, my mom said, and you hear the mom come, I said, yeah, go ahead. Well, and after that, you just, you see the Monopoly man here already know. And it's like times have changed from just being so simple. Now it's like, we don't know, too much violence,
sketchy,
too much too much sketchiness. Woo.
Yeah, whatever happened to like the Monopoly man? Like those, we had one in Keaukaha on the Big Island called Dela Cruz, and that was one. Every time it would come, people would be like Dela Cruz, Dela Cruz, Dela Cruz.
Mine's a Dan the Man.
Dan the Man,
Chinese guy, just rolling deep.
I'd always get the halo pour cash. You get them in the little plastic bag. You put the shoyu inside. You mix them up,
and you cut the bottom corner. You just squeeze them out. See?
Yeah, the lihimui wrap, the airheads, all of that.
Yeah.
Oh, those are the good old days. I never see that anymore.
I don't know if it's profitable now.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's just like, I guess it turned into like a more of a brick and mortar mom.
It's a lot of work. I mean, just in general, right? Mom and pop shops is like going down. We just like, corporations are taking over.
I guess, it is different because like they would sell those things for like maybe 25 cents, 50 cents. So now it would be like $2, I guess, with inflation.
You'd go Monopoly man and spend $20 for a meal. You know what I mean? Like a drink, couple of snacks and stuff. Like, damn, could have got just one plate lunch at Zippy's now.
Yeah, that's really true. So, how far in did you get with like sports or breakdancing?
Breakdancing, I kind of stopped high school time because then I got more into skateboarding.
Oh, okay.
So skateboarding was like every single day, like 8 hours a day kind of thing.
That makes sense with the videography background because
that's exactly where it started. Like my dad would ask me like, oh, what you want for Christmas? I was like, yo, I want a video camera because I want to film me and my friends, make our own skate videos. Yeah. And I started on like high 8 tapes. I don't know, it's a long time. It's like, it looked like cassette tapes. You just throw inside the camera, boom.
Oh, yeah. My dad would have those like videotaping our sports.
That's basically.
And it comes off from the side.
Yeah.
Put them in.
I didn't really do any team sports because I didn't like, or even school sports because I didn't like practices. Like they would say, oh, you got to come after school and you got to do Saturday stuff. I'm like, nah, I'm good. I want those days to myself. Like, soon as I'm done with school, I'm done with school. Yeah. I want to do my own things. But, and then I was like Ice Palace rat. Because Aliamanu was like right down the road. Yeah, I was there every single weekend for like 10 years. Played some hockey too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I was, since I was there so much, I ended up playing with the adult league when I was like 14 years old.
Wow.
Because like there's not that much kids that take up hockey in Hawaii.
Mhm.
Like Hawaii got
Yeah.
right.
I think I know one person
So,
my
yeah.
whole life that.
But then the adult league, is kind of crazy because then the military people that are all from all over, they participate in it. So
Yeah.
I was getting like banged up, you know, to a point I dislocated my shoulder.
Wow.
And then that's kind of where I stopped a lot of sports. Like right during high school is just I just got too much injuries.
Yeah.
Way too much. Skateboarding is crazy.
Yep.
Skating is like you gotta have something mentally wrong with you. Skating. Like first of all, it's illegal, right?
Mhm.
Everything you do is skating is illegal. Like you're gonna these stairs, these benches, these rails. You're not supposed to. You can get arrested for it. Then it's like self-inflicting pain. Everything you're like, bam! I'm just trying to do these stairs. You eat it.
Yeah.
Get back up, do it again. It's like, oh, yeah, too much injuries. And then, yeah, after high school, that's when I got into music.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Did you ever watch like the what's it called? So You Think You Can Dance, America's Best Dance Crew, all that?
Yes. The homies was on America's Best Dance Crew.
Oh, who?
Was Josh Ulip and his crew. I think that was I don't know. It was one of the early seasons, but
Okay.
they did pretty good, and they all came from Hawaii. Like 5 of them.
Oh, I remember the 8 Flavors. There's a girl group.
Not that.
Was it the?
I feel bad that now I don't even know.
Oh, I feel like I remember one crew like against the Jabberwockies. They had some people from Hawaii in the crew that was against them. It might be that one.
That season.
It's like Beast something. I don't know.
But I watch those shows. Yeah, I love them. I love all of them.
I loved breakdancing. I never breakdanced, but I would go with a big cardboard box outside of my house in Hilo and just try to do like windmills and like turtle stuff. And,
well, you can't do it in Big Island because it's just you can get wet cardboard.
that was the problem.
Yeah,
that's why I never became a breakdancer.
Stuck.
I kept getting stuck every time. Yeah. I wasn't trying to practice the freezes, but it ended up like that.
That's why.
Thank you for saying that.
I know. I got you.
Yeah. So I never went to the NFL because I hurt my ankle.
Yeah.
And I never became a breakdancer because it kept raining. Hilo kept raining on my cardboard.
Unreal. That's why you're over here in Oahu now.
Yeah, exactly. In the concrete jungle.
There you go.
I'm gonna hit up Aroma Cafe next time they got
the Red Bulls.
Yeah. No, I love that. I love that stuff growing up. Never really got into music though, like besides listening, of course.
Yeah.
So what was your, I guess, drive behind that, and how did you find a passion for music?
Man, see, I think that's my overall problem is I don't have drive or ambition.
But you're a really lazy guy.
I was like, things just fall in my lap and I kind of just go along with it.
Yeah.
And I think that's how music happened. My boys was doing music in high school and I didn't even know it was possible. Back then, I thought you just had to go into like a real big studio to be a musician and cost a lot of money. But then when I found out these high school kids was doing it, I was like, I looked into it and it was like, oh, if you guys could do it, I could do it. And they put me on game. They gave me all the programs. I was already doing skate videos, so I already had a good computer for editing. Music takes like half of the processing than video editing. So turn my computer into a music studio, turn my room into, put all kind of things on the wall, soundproof. And then it just became like all my boys start coming over to my house, start recording.
Nice.
Just learning off the fly.
And then where did that take you? You started to record album or songs or YouTube era, that kind of stuff?
No, this is before YouTube. This is 2004, 2005.
Okay. I think YouTube was either just came out or 2006 maybe.
Yeah. Just like,
yeah.
I know it's before that. This is definitely MySpace times.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I remember uploading some songs on there. That's right. And then just inserting myself into other people's studios. So I saw you had Imua on here. So I would go to Imua's spot. I was actually recording Rebel Soldiers before Rebel Soldiers.
Oh, okay.
So they used to come over to my house. We'd make songs, but then they would take those demos to Imua, and then Imua did their first album. So I would go to Imua with them and like just trying to yo. But he was like way too advanced for like me. I can't even like comprehend the things he was doing back then. I was like, damn, this guy is like too much. So I had to stay in my own lane and figure it out myself. But that's basically how I got started into music. It was just my friends, and then eventually my friends' friends, and then.
So was it more producing music?
Or I definitely started producing.
And then how did you get into like the whole rapping side?
Because all my friends was rappers. So I was producing music, but then and then recording it, mixing it, and then this was like the people who were coming to my house didn't have like goals of like making albums or anything. Mm-hmm. Just did it to do it.
Yeah.
Oh, this is cool. You know, it's like hobby stuff.
Yeah.
And back then you had to do like 3 verses. That was like the norm, 3 verses on a song. Now it's like 1, 2, you know, shorter attention spans. Mm-hmm. But then a lot of rappers would only finish 2 verses and then get too lazy to do the third and be like, you jump on. So I always consider myself like the 3rd verse rapper. The ones that are like, if you get this far in the song, then maybe you'll hear me. And from there, that's kind of how it started. But then what kind of set it off was me and this dude I was producing we was ending up being roommates, and he dipped out. So I had to cover his rent. Mm-hmm. And so we had like a falling out. But he starts dissing me on this record. He's like throwing like, I'm like, diss tracks on me. So I started taking all his audio clips that I recorded for songs and taking acapella and then flipping it on him and making him like sound like he sucks dick or whatever. Because I couldn't. And then I started rapping because I was like dissing him. So then the whole community was like, damn, bro, you're getting murdered by a producer right now. And that was like kind of my jump into like, oh, maybe I can rap. You know, maybe, you know, I have everything to do it. Yeah. So just try.
So before Drake and Kendrick, there was Osna and Osna's roommate.
Yeah, that's kind of how it started. Yeah, and I was watching all the battles back then, like Smack DVD, 8 Mile, of course, came out, and those are definitely motivation, inspiration of like how to do it. My first album release party I did, there was like a whole bunch of people there. Because it was like breakdancing battle. It's like a hip hop event. But when I performed, only like 10 people was watching. Mm-hmm. They did a freestyle battle after, and all the drunk uncles was like, bro, you just was rapping, go. I ended up smashing everybody that night, and like hundreds of people watching. And I was like, damn, I spent 6 months working on this album for 10 people to watch. And now, freestyle off the top, nothing planned. Everybody's attention on. I was like, I'm not even gonna do music anymore. I'm just gonna battle. More easy. Yeah. Less energy spent.
Yeah. So how much of the freestyle battles, I mean, so I've seen like the stuff that you told me about, and then like stuff like Wild and Out and things like that. Grew up watching that. They also have the freestyle stuff at the end.
Yep.
How much of that is like is pre-planned, and how much of it is on the spot? That's what I've always wondered, because I know even when there's like freestyle ciphers, it's kind of just like people sharing stuff that they already wrote. Even when you go like you see the freestyles when people are on the radio. So how much is that like on the spot? How much is it written?
It started freestyle. That's how it started. It was almost like taboo if you came with written.
Oh, okay.
It's like, man, we know that. Stop that, you know? And then it just eventually became, you know, like material. You have to have material starting off. And that was kind of like the shift of how you see. Well, back then also too, they only gave you like 30-second rounds, 1 minute round. So it's easy, you know,
freestyle for that.
To freestyle that
That's
long,
like
right?
minute up to 5 minutes.
Nothing, right? Yeah. But then when the and this was because YouTube also at that time, all the YouTube battles, they only gave them like 15-minute time frames. So you had to fit 6 rounds of battling with introduction, outros, and everything in 15 minutes. So a lot of those battles actually had like 2 parts, like you know. And then when they expanded it and you could do like longer than 15 minutes, that's when the rounds started getting like longer. And when the rounds got longer, then you actually had to prep yourself, and it made for better battles. Because like if I could come prepared now and I know who you are and everything, you
did a research. Yeah, I saw the guy, the one you did with that guy, Daylight. Was it Daylight?
Yeah,
that was so good.
Yeah, the Daylight one was like freestyle ish. Because like that 3rd round, it's like you have an opponent and you have ideas. You just don't kind of you have ideas like what they might say.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't expect him to go the route he did. So he, in the third verse, he kind of flipped it and was saying, "Yo, you're Hawaiian, I'm black.
We have the same
We
enemy.
have the same
Yeah,
enemy,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
With the colonizers, and like we should team up in battle." And then that's kind of how I flipped it on that script. Like, okay, let me tell you about our history
yeah,
real quick.
Yeah.
Because I don't think you guys know about it.
Yeah.
How deep it goes. And then I think it was a funny moment because prior to that battle, he didn't know who I was. And this Daylight is huge. He's like huge in the battle scene.
Oh, okay.
And like he's on J. Cole's album.
Oh, wow. I
Yeah.
had no idea.
Yeah. So if you listen to J. Cole's last project, Pie, Daylight's on that album.
Oh, okay. Sick.
And he wrote for Drake. So like he's legit.
Mm-hmm.
So coming here, he was like, I don't know who this guy is. I'm just roast him, whatever. But in that third round, you could see his face like, man, this guy got it.
Yeah,
He's like giving me props.
Well,
like,
first round was like, I don't know what he's saying.
exactly.
I don't know what it means. I don't. But then people are like, you're getting roasted. You're getting crushed.
You don't even know, but he's serving you.
Yeah, and then you're like, one line you said like, you had to pay for that or it's free because he just like gave you the first like couple of songs off his mixtape or something.
Oh yeah, that battle kind of I guess solidified me in that scene because nobody knows. I mean, if you're from the States, you don't know anything about Hawaii hip hop, and Daylight was a big figure at that time. So I think I got respect for it, but then it also kind of scared everybody else away from, like, that was kind of like the end of our battle rap scene in Hawaii. It's like, man, nobody wants to battle me anymore. It's like, damn.
I wonder how long ago was that?
That was like 6 years ago.
I wonder if it was also the start of like the PC era.
Nah, it was right before.
It was like right before.
Yeah. It's definitely before, because I was thinking when that era came, was, man,
can't say
I was like, battle rap is gonna be like the last, dying breed of the First Amendment. Like, you can't cancel battle rappers because they don't care. You can say whatever you want to a battle rapper. They are so in tune with how to flip whatever you say to them, and then it's culturally too. Like, they'll all back each other up. Yeah, and they'll call each other out.
Yeah. So even with comedy, it's changed so much.
Yes.
The whole like Frank De Lima and the Bumatai days and like the Brada, everything was just teasing each other's ethnicities, right?
Yeah.
And like that's kind of what you do with the battle rapping. Like that one video where you were just like destroying that one Asian kid, and you're just like saying all these jokes, even making the accents. You just can't get away with that these days without like somebody getting upset or.
Oh yeah. It got there, and I think in comedy is because there's too much money involved. So now you got to protect your brand, because then if you get canceled, you're basically saying, cut my checks, right? Whereas in battle rap, they're not getting money. They're not making that kind of money. So it's like, we're going to say whatever we want. You can cancel me whatever you want.
That makes sense why it kind of like, the timeline was a little different. Because comedy changed before the 6 years. Yeah. It was like way before, like, I would say like the whole, like probably like 2010s. So, like as I was finishing high school, everything started to change, even with like how we used to say gay growing up. Yeah. Like, that's so gay. Like the F word, Yeah. So that stuff. And like around that time, I think it really started to change.
We get trends all the time.
Yeah.
What words to use and not use, and then go over. I remember in the radio we had a Lil Jon song. Oh, ski. Yeah. Until they found out what ski was. They're like, we can't use those words anymore.
Yeah, yeah. No, it was crazy. I remember I did this commemorative speech in one of my classes. It was like a speech class, and it was about Tupac. And I was just sharing some of his lines, like how what he would say versus like new school rappers. And then I did like, I basically recited the whole Changes lyrics. And then there's one part where he says the N-word. So I like said it as part of the rap, and like nobody batted an eye. Yeah. Like that was back then. Like nobody batted an eye. and of course you're just like saying the lyrics, but
Yeah.
like I think back to that, I'm just like, I can't believe I said that in front of my class.
Because it wasn't,
Yeah, even though
now you're thinking about,
I'm
right,
like,
before
I
everything
would
you
get
say.
destroyed if I said that. I mean, I never say
Well,
it.
you
It
know
was
why
just-
you would get destroyed though? Because they would only take that little clip
Yeah.
and then take it out of context and just.
Well, also, like people that look like me,
Yeah.
we're not supposed to say that,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Says who though?
Says the community.
Exactly. That's what it is. It's just public. If
Yeah.
the public says so, then that's how it goes.
Yeah, it's interesting because that's like a certain word that is only, I guess, owned by. I don't want to speak too much on that community because I'm not part of it. But like something like Hawaiian, or like how we make jokes about ourselves, we can say certain words because that's who we are. But everybody also says it as well, like haole,
Right, it should be like on cancel culture, right? Just what, not enough people are educated on this word for it to be, like Hawaii is just so small. That's why. So bro, we own our words until it blows up, and then people are like, "Hey, is that what haole means? You guys can't call us that."
Yeah, I mean, you had that one video that you just posted earlier this year or late last year. The something, why you so haole?
Oh yeah, that's the song. Yep, Happy Haole.
Happy haole.
Happy Haole is the song.
Yeah. So, I saw that, and I like all you have such good comedic punchlines in your songs, which I really like because I grew up on like the era of like Niga Higa and like Kev Jump and all these like funny songs or parodies of songs.
See, that should be a cancel, right?
Oh, like
Niga.
His name, yeah.
Niga Higa.
Yeah. Even I remember
they did that to Rich Chiga.
Rich Chiga, yeah, Rich Chiga. I randomly saw him at a beach one time, and I swear I thought he was one kid from Kalani High School. I was so confused. I was like, they're like, no, that's Rich Chiga, but he was Rich Brian already. But like, that's what my friend was calling him, and I was like, no way, that's not. And I guess they're filming a movie at the beach in Waimanalo. And he just comes out of like the with a snorkel, just swimming by himself, and there's like a big security guard by the house, kind of where it goes into the beach. And we're like, is that Rich Chiga or Rich Brian? And he's like, yeah. And then like he came up, and we're like, hey, are you the kind? And he's like, yeah, because his voice is super deep, but he looks like a skinny, scrawny Asian kid, but he just has like the deepest voice.
Hawaii get all kind like celebs that come, and they come here for like not be harassed by people like you at the beach. Like, oh damn it, I thought nobody would recognize me here.
I know, it's so funny.
My stepdad does surf lessons at Waikiki.
Oh, okay.
And one day he took out this Popolo kid in jeans. Okay, he wanted to surf in his jeans. That's all he had. Okay?
That's disrespectful. I'm offended.
He takes him out. The surf lesson, it comes back and he's like, okay, it's like $100. Pulls out a wad of like hundreds in his jeans. Okay?
Wet
wad. Just like, here you go. Ends up taking someone takes a picture of them, and he shows the kids, and they're like, Dad, that's Soldier Boy. He's like, what are you doing with Soldier Boy? I don't know, I took this kid out for surf lessons.
That's so funny. Yeah, a lot of people, like, especially with like national, international celebrities. Yeah, like some people just don't even know. Or also just do not care.
Hawaii doesn't care. That's why a lot of them come here. Yeah, we're more like, oh, that's the kind now.
Yeah, and then saying
that's it. Yeah. Whereas like in the States, bro, like run up to you.
Yeah, I'm sure like Hawaii celebrities get that, or like Max Holloway, like those people. Yeah. I'm sure they get recognized. Still probably not as bad if.
Well, Max is approachable. Yeah. So he's a Mr. Aloha, so it's like easy for him. But I don't know if I would want to go up to BJ Penn, at the clubs. Because I see him at the club. Like, I don't know.
Well, I think these days BJ Penn's good. Yeah. Because, he's a politician now. So it's like.
See? PC now.
You gotta shake everybody's hand. Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because back in the day when he wanted to fight, he didn't want to do the interview. Yeah. He just run right out of the cage.
Done already.
Yeah. Awesome. It's nice to reminisce about all these things. So going back to your music career, how did you form the Angry Locals, and like where did that take you?
I had studio sessions, so like same process, like everybody coming to my studio doing songs. Angry Locals is like I had a bunch of music from Krystillez, Mox, Mike 3, but then some songs with two of them, and then And at that time too, was like nobody was releasing music as far as them three. So I was like, what are we doing with this? You know, like let's do something. Otherwise, it just sits on my computer and nobody hears it. So we got together and just formulated the group because we had already 20 songs. It's like just make a group, put it out, just to have it out. And then that's kind of just how it started. So then from that point on, this is also when the rap scene in Hawaii was getting, or the battle rap scene was getting more momentum. Because the scene has always been here, but just nobody was filming it.
Yeah.
So I feel like I was the first one to actually put it on YouTube. So that kind of would help it grow. So Angry Locals then became like the hub of also the battle rap scene. So all these guys who wanted to battle, we'd put on events, and then we just like, oh, this is doing good. Let's do another album. Just keep on going. But then Mike Treyarch ended up leaving. He's military, that's why. So he moved away. He was gone. So then we didn't do anything from 2013 to pandemic. So like the 7-year dry run of like no music.
And then you guys came back after that.
We came back because during the pandemic, Krystillez works at High 93, and he wanted to do a thing where Freestyle Fridays. So every Friday, Angry Locals takes a song, an instrumental, and then flip whatever topic is like current on the situation. And then that's kind of what got us back into it's like a schedule, right? It's hard to get individuals to be all on the same page. So like at least now we know, okay, every Friday for like 2 hours, 3 hours, we're gonna do this.
Yeah.
And that's what brought back like even my music, because I wasn't doing a lot. Once I started DJing, I was like, the music kind of took the back burner.
Yeah, I saw a video of you talking about why you just stuck to DJing, because it was just like, it was way more lucrative, right?
Yeah, it was paying the bills. It was more, but I was also downloading so much music because I play all kind of genres. There's like 50 to 100 songs a day.
Wow.
I think Spotify says they get 60,000 songs a day.
Oh.
Yeah.
New songs.
Dang, every single day. In the world, that's why, right? You think how much musicians in the world is just constantly uploading. So when I was a DJ and I got to scrub through all these songs I'm downloading, I got so sick of music. Like, I don't even, like, the last thing I want to do is go to the studio and make my own music. So I did lose a lot of motivation while DJing and pursuing DJing. So when the pandemic happened and there was no DJ gigs, that's kind of when I got the itch back. I was like, oh, I like this. I like being creative. But also too, in that time, I didn't have kids back then. I was living for myself, so I didn't have much to rap about. I felt like whatever I was talking about wasn't really like, it was just party music or stuff like that. Nothing really, I don't know, substance. Yeah. But then when I, started having kids, then I realized it almost made me feel like revisiting life, because you got to explain to them, like they asking what certain words are. What does that mean? And then you explain it. It's like, damn, I don't even really know what that means. I got to look this up too. Then educating them, and then just that kind of like sparked like the Hawaiian sovereignty movement in myself, because then now I'm looking at these kids with not so bright future. It's like, it's going to be harder for them to get a house here. It's going to be extremely difficult for them to survive when I'm seeing all my friends move, for a better life for their kids in the States. So I'm like, this is kind of like what I got to dial into. And that's what sparked like the new age of my raps now.
Oh, interesting.
My poetry now.
Because I see it's very educational. It's very Hawaii-centric. Which I love. A couple of the videos you posted recently, just talking about like sovereignty, talking about issues in Hawaii. I love it all. And just, you had one that you did at Ikaika's Kalo patch too as well. Yep. About Kalo, I think.
It was all like,
I remember
it's all over. It's like,
that's when I started following you, actually.
Yeah.
It was after that video.
Oh,
well,
nice.
I knew who you were, but
I
started seeing those things and I was like, oh yeah.
He asked me in that podcast, he was like, what like motivates you, right, to make music? And I was like, man, anything. And then I'm like sitting in this Kalo patch. I'm like, I never got to sit in a kalo palace. I visited him before, but I was like, this is, see? And then our conversation during that was like, he was telling me how if they don't pay a certain kind of fee that they have to pay for it, the government can go to the top of the mountain, shut off the water.
Oh.
And then nobody gets anything. I'm like, damn. You own this land, you own this farm, all of this stuff. And if you mess up once, they just still have the power to just, and like those kind of conversations made me think like, wow, we need to somehow get control back because Red Hill Water, for example, we have nothing, right? Like at any, Hiko is just the only electric source we have. They turn it off. All these, if the government just turns off switches, boop, boop, boop.
Yeah.
We're done.
Yeah, tell the ships to stop coming.
Done already, right?
Yeah.
No import, export goods. Oof.
Yeah. So where do you stand on that whole like sovereignty movement? Because I know there's different sides of the spectrum. I mean, a couple episodes ago, we just had like Emma come on, Moonkind Things, and she's like more on the radical side of like sovereignty. We're not American. We're Hawaiians. Only Hawaii. If you're not doing anything that's contributing to the Lahui, then I don't care. And then there's like the more modern side. There's like, I understand both sides. People like Kealoha and myself, who like, we understand the privileges that come with being American, but also we're like super rooted and we want the best for Hawaii. So, you know, there's like that spectrum. And then people that just don't care. They're like, I'm just living here. I'm American. I drive Toyota Tacomas.
It's the easier. Yeah. I mean, my mind didn't really change until I started like sitting down with people and seeing their sides of it, because it becomes it's education at first. A lot of people who are more of like, this is fine life, is because your life is good. You know what I mean? My life was good too, but now I'm thinking about other people's lives, and that's when I started like, damn, we gotta fight for it now. But my stance on it would be more of, can we somehow just get a fair funding so we could take care of our people? So like, for example, like OHA, right? They get an X amount a year to just help with local businesses or grants or whatever. But what about a percentage of what is supposed to be, we're supposed to get, you know, military pays, airport pays, federal people that use the Hawaiian lands are supposed to be paying this rent, but what is like $1 or something right now a year. And then, so all the taxes or whatever, right? Where does all these taxes go, right? Whoever, right?
And our taxes here is crazy.
So if there was an organization somehow that took a small percentage of that and then used that to like really take care of Hawaiians, that would be like goal, because we're never getting rid of America. It's too deep in it. But can we play ball with them at least, where we can come to a table? Because right now we're getting nothing. You know what I mean? We get the short end of the stick.
We get an apology. That's all.
That's it. You know, and that apology kind of opened up the door for a lot of things, because what I was told was there was only like a handful of apologies ever, which was, one was to the Native Americans, one was to the Japanese for the Pearl Harbor camps over here.
Internment camps.
Yeah. And then another one was the slavery and Hawaiian being sovereignty being taken. So now it's like recognized in United Nations as like we are a sovereign nation. And a lot of like military people, far as like they know it, so they kind of tiptoe around it. They know where the line is, and that's why they don't really mess with it, because then you don't want it to go into United Nation courts. And I think that's what Hawaiian nation is, but we don't really have leadership. That's like the hardest part, right? Is like,
or Hawaiian leadership.
Hawaiian leadership. Like let's say tomorrow they gave us everything we wanted, but who's running it then? And then how much of these people in OHA are already getting busted for like corruption, and how our chief police is corruption, and all this kind of like it's just human in general. If you give them too much power, you know what I mean? They're gonna abuse it.
Yeah.
So that's the hardest part to me, is like trying to figure out who's gonna run this.
Yeah, and I think that's that's our own downfall as well as our community, as our Lahui is. I wish I talked about it in Emma's episode, but I've talked with other like sovereign national kind of people like that, and they said the problem is like we have these sovereign groups, but we have multiple sovereign groups trying to
Yes.
do the same thing because they want to control everything. They want the power. So if we have like 4 different sovereign groups saying like I'm the president, I'm the king, I'm the whatever, like now, like you said, if we did get everything we wanted, now it's gonna be those 4 groups fighting over who gets the power.
So do we need another King Kamehameha, basically, to like take those 4 groups,
unite everybody,
unite those 4 groups, and be like, no, I'm gonna do this.
I think The Rock would be a good person to play that role.
Nah. He got to fight Max for it.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah,
that's
the BMF belt.
Yeah. That's a tough role to take on. It's like it's hard. I wouldn't want to take on that, but I would see it more like how Bitcoin is operated, whereas like every transaction is openly, publicly, verified. Then you can kind of stop the corruption, because that's the foundation of Bitcoin, right? Versus traditional banking is traditional banking is secretive, right?
Decentralized. Yeah, I think that's the word.
But through human powers, like if everybody had an open book and we can all read it, then I know if you're being shady or not, and I can hold you. Accountability is everything.
Yeah.
So I feel like the government can do a lot of things because who's holding them accountable? Look at Red Hill. They knew about that leak for how long? They let it go, whatever. Still messed up right now. Who can do anything to them? We can't.
Yeah.
So
us lowly commoners.
Yeah. So figure out. I think the best way is just get everybody in a room together and all the people who's been fighting for this. Because to me, this is all new stuff. I'm just learning about this now, and I'm only learning from other people's stories. So I'm not going to be on that table. But if you could bring everybody in that table and like let them hash it out, I think you could figure it out a lot of stuff. I mean, that's all like as bad as like Hitler was. That's kind of what he did with Germany. He put all the scientists together in one room, and they came up with a whole bunch of creations within like a 5-year period. Whereas like if you think about like innovation or whatever, everything comes from like a collaboration. Right? You put certain people in certain rooms together, and you get big.
Yeah. I'm interested to see if that will happen, because right now, like in the political space, it's not very many. There could be some Hawaiians, but there are not very many politicians who have Hawaii as a priority.
Yes.
Or the wants and needs of the people first. Like the only one I can think of is Brenton Awa. I'm sure there's others.
And he's new.
And he's new. Yeah, he's trying to like push everybody out. And I love the videos that Brock Cruz posts, like going into the I don't know, the house, the courthouse, Capitol. Yeah. And like giving testimonies, and like you see the videos that Brenton posts of exposing like the people voting no for certain things. Like that's the stuff we need to see, like that transparency, because then we're able to hold the politicians accountable. Because right now it's everything is happening behind closed doors.
Yes, and so fast. And you from Hilo?
Yeah,
I like the movement that's going down over there right now with all the sovereignty guys going over there. They're really trying to take over Hilo, as far as they feel like if they can, because Hilo's small, right? So if they can get a hold of, like, especially with BJ Penn can spearhead something like that, and his mom is politicians and everything. If they can take care of that, then maybe that could show an example of like how to do it everywhere else.
Yeah, I like that you brought up like, what if we had everything? Then what would we do? Because that's a really good like mental exercise to think of, not only with sovereignty, but with everything in life. Like, everything. I want $1 million. Okay, if you had $1 million, what would you do?
I just came from Vegas. That's exactly what I thought.
Yeah.
If I hit this jackpot right here, what am I gonna do with them?
Yeah.
To the fullest extent. I can blow that easily, whatever. But how can I flip that?
Yeah.
Because in my mind, the first thing to do, if I get $1 million, I'm gonna buy a house. But that I do that exercise with musicians. So, for example, there's these 2 DJs that used to be at my studio, and they were so sick of the EDM DJs. They were so sick of Hawaii scene. It's like, there's no raves and whatever, and we're never going to make it here. I'm going to move to San Francisco and make it out there. So my thing was like, what makes you think just moving a place is gonna make you somebody? I left the studio, came back, and I said, I'm Krystillez. I'm Diplo right now. Me and you, let's make a track. Not even ready. So it's like, if you're not even ready for that opportunity, see, we all want, but we're never prepared for the moment, right? You want to be a rapper? What if Drake and Kendrick Lamar came in the studio right now and wanted to do a verse? You got a verse ready for that level? Then you're not ready to be on that level then. So like, once you start putting your mind in that, like, I am alongside these greats. I am, if you want to be an MMA fighter, go spar with Max. See where your level is at. That's the champ right now, right? It's like, damn. Then you figure out, okay, what I need to do to get to this level.
Yeah. Don't gotta get ready if you stay ready, right?
Exactly. And I think that's what the sovereignty movement is. It's like, we want it, but
we even ready for that.
Are we ready for it?
Yeah. Because we talk about like sustainability and all this. Like, we could totally sustain ourselves. We have all the resources, but it's like, okay, so we shut down everything right now and we're like, okay, survive for the next 3 months. Are we ready for that? I don't think so.
There's so many moving parts. That's why.
Yeah.
To run a nation. That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's
and
crazy.
I think some people say, well, we did it before.
Yeah.
Well, times are different.
Small. Yeah. And smaller. Everything community. Once your community's, your house, right? If you can take care of your house, and we get arguments in our own war in our own house, you know what I mean? And then your neighborhood, then your community, and it just keeps, the circle keeps on going bigger. And the wider it gets, the harder it is to, it's like cancel culture, right? If I post something on my page, all my people, all my followers know my comedy and my sense of humor or what I stand for, so they won't cancel me. But if that same clip is posted on yours and then your people see it, they, their comments is like, damn, he racist or whatever, right? Because then they're not used to like the whole expanse. So I like keeping it in the community.
Keep it small.
Keeping it small is like easier to contain, and I think that's what politics is supposed to be, right? You have reps for your county, your districts, right? They're supposed to represent you. Then they take it to the bigger people and be like, oh, my people don't like this.
Yeah, that's a really good point, because that's exactly like what happens with our clips on social media.
Once you get past your circle, right?
Exactly, and then it's like that one community that doesn't know who you are. It's like you could be the nicest guy ever, but they see something that they don't like. You're like, this guy's a devil. He hates everybody.
Bro.
It happens a lot, because that's how social media is.
Yeah.
And I'm sure because of your content.
Yeah. Well, I'm in a good space right now. I'm in my community right now. So like when I do these podcasts, it's like, oh, I'm gonna break out, and then you're gonna hear it. But no worries, I'm always ready for it.
Yeah, we'll get you canceled.
Yeah, guaranteed. Let's go.
No, we would never want that. We just want everybody to have peace, aloha, and love each other. Yeah.
Okay, so I have a question for you. I know you have like a lot of these episodes. What is aloha to you?
Well, I usually ask my guests that a little later, but I think I've been asked this question before, and to me, I think my most current answer, because it always changes. Because to me, aloha always changes. To me, aloha is whatever is most impactful in my life right now. So if I'm struggling trying to be patient, and I'm really getting angry at people cutting in front of me, or like I really don't like it when somebody is I open the door for somebody and they don't say thank you. So to me, aloha is patience. If I'm really struggling to find kindness, and I'm really upset because there's not enough kindness in the world, because people are doing all these things to each other. There's violence, there's hate. To me, I'm like, aloha is love. So I think because aloha has multiple meanings, but to me, whatever is happening in my life is what aloha means at the moment. And that's why I'm like, keeping it aloha is like different. To me, that happens. That hold me accountable to different times in my life. So if I really want to express myself and share an opinion that I feel really strong about, keeping it aloha is like keeping it real. Aloha is realness. But now I kept it too real. I hurt people's feelings. I wasn't sensitive enough. Now I'm like, aloha is empathy. I have to be more empathetic and compassionate towards people. So to me, it's always changing. And I think that's like the beautiful thing about aloha is everybody has a different meaning for aloha. And to me, it's just like whatever is most meaningful in my life at the moment.
I like that.
Mhm.
So to me, simplify what haole means is whatever the opposite of aloha is.
Hmm.
So that's kind of like how I use the word haole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. I mentioned something like that in a clip with, Maddie Wong?
Yes.
Yeah. I think because we were talking about aloha, and I said, you know what? How I know what aloha is? Because I know what aloha isn't.
Mm.
And I think that's along the line. Just
Yeah.
like, okay, just think of like a haole, somebody with a haole mindset doing disrespectful things. Aloha's the opposite of that.
Yes,
Just go on the
exactly.
opposite end of the
Mhm.
spectrum. So that's also a good way to look at it as well.
Yeah.
So you don't really need to know what aloha is to know what aloha isn't. I think that's also like a good mindset and a good perspective to have. Maybe I'm just like, I don't know what it's like to be a professional MMA fighter.
Mm.
Well, I know this guy sitting on his couch doing absolutely nothing isn't a way to become a professional MMA fighter. So maybe I just start with not doing that. And then I, build, I create these habits, I, train and whatever, and then you can work your way up. So I think, we don't need to know the answers for everything. But I think if we know as humans, just like what not to do a lot of times, don't be a bad person.
Yeah. And that should be natural.
I mean, for the most part.
Yeah, for the most part. Yeah.
We struggle with it.
You kind of know what it is.
Yeah, again, but also being a good person, doing nice things, like that's also subjective to some people.
Yeah.
We can say like objectively, like maybe not killing people. We can all agree that's bad. Not saying mean things to people, degrading their character, like we can say that's bad. Stealing, like all those things, like we see in the Bible.
10 Commandments.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then for the other part, it could be like, hey, that person was just bullying you. How come you never hit them back? Maybe that's like what you're taught is like to always stand up for yourself. So that's looked as good if you hit them back. But another person could be like, oh, that's why would you? Why would you ever hit them back? Just be kind, choose aloha, And so there's just two different perspectives. So like, I just feel like that's like what I've learned in life. Is like,
this is aloha right here.
Yeah, exactly.
You'll meet him right now.
And some people could believe that, like, this is aloha, but don't mistake my aloha for weakness, stuff like that.
Some of my best friends that's how it happens. Sometimes you got to get on scrap first, then you get that respect.
Exactly, then you shake hands and So I just see life as different. I don't see life as right or wrong. Like, everything.
You got to figure out what you believe is right and wrong.
Yeah,
that's your moral compass.
Yeah, or just like, why try to question things? Like, why does this person think that's right? Why do I think that's wrong?
That's why I like raising kids, because they ask those questions and they make me revisit those questions.
You get deep sometimes, yeah.
Well, because when you're an adult, you kind of just get this schedule of like work, sleep, and then it's just a constant same thing. We're stopped learning or whatever, right? Where the kids is like they're constantly learning.
Everything is new to them.
Everything is new. So it brings you back like, oh yeah. But on that note, can I take a sheesh break?
Yeah, we're right about to the Shaka tea gets to you, right?
The Shaka tea.
I tell people, it's something about the tea. We'll be right back. All right, we're back from a quick shishi break. Mahalo to Shaka tea for providing the best quality shishi in town.
I'm gonna have to get some of those. Where do you get this from?
Anyway, they're all in like the big grocery stores, Costco, Safeway, Foodland, Whole Foods. Okay. Our refrigerator right here in the back of the counter.
Where I'm going first, then.
Oh yeah, I'll give you some to take home. You have 1, 2 kids?
4.
Oh, you have 4?
Yeah.
Oh dang, I had no. When did you have your first one?
16 right now. So
okay,
a while ago, 2008, 7.
Okay,
2007, 7.
So. How old are they now?
Turning 17.
Turning 17.
Yep.
Dang.
Yep.
So that's like about to graduate high school soon, yeah?
Yep.
What
and
school?
And then Hanalani.
Oh, okay.
And
nice.
Then 15-year-old, 7 and 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a big gap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All different parents.
Oh. Hey, that's a local boy right there. But you love it. You love being a dad.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would you say is like the biggest lesson you've learned so far?
Lesson?
Yeah.
As far as what?
Being a parent.
Being a parent?
Yeah.
Ooh, selflessness.
Mm.
You know, that's the biggest one. Definitely. You're not living for yourself anymore. You're living for
Mhm.
your kids. You everything you do is calculated because it affects your household, their future. And so you want to make sure everything you do was to provide them with a
Mhm.
better future than what I went through or anybody goes through, right? You always want the best for your kids.
Mhm.
So it kind of changed my mindset even with like my job, like
Mm.
DJing. Like I'll just throw out numbers, and if you don't want to pay it, worst case scenario, I'm gonna spend more time with my kids. So now I look at it as you're not paying me to DJ anymore. You're just paying me for not spend time with my family.
Yeah.
And that costs this much money.
Yeah.
And
I
then
like that.
so that's what like you know, it's a good outlook of, because before I used to hustle gigs and like try to like wheel and deal and just to get it.
Mhm.
Today's a Tuesday.
Yeah.
I'm not making nothing today. So if someone offered me $100 to the gig, before I
No.
used to do that.
Mhm.
Before I'd be like, I'll take the $100, whatever. It's not something. Now I'm like, nah, I'm not even leaving the house for less than $5.
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. You got to know your value and what
Yep.
your time is worth.
Yeah.
I think that's something that we learn as you get older, and as you get more things in life,
Mhm.
and your time becomes more valuable because you need to give it to certain people in your life. It's like, what's gonna take me away from this?
Yes.
Yeah, I think I'm learning that too. I'm kind of in that stage too.
Time management.
Because it's like, yeah, we'll give you a couple hundred to do a video for Instagram, but it's like, if I really need it, yeah, I'll do whatever. But now you get to a point where it's just like, I'd rather just like stay home or go surf or whatever.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. That's
So,
good.
yeah.
I always tell rappers like, you need, can I swear on this thing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I always
that's what
tell
it is.
rappers you need
Yeah.
fuck you money.
Mm.
Right? So like if you're a musician, you don't even have to be a rapper, but if a
Yeah.
musician is struggling because they don't have a job and they want to focus 100% into music and their art, there's going to be times where you're going to take some gigs that you don't want to do, but you just had to because you got to pay the bills, right? So my thing is find a job, part-time job, whatever you can find that pays the bills, and then use that other time. Even if you work 8 hours a day, you can still spend 8 hours more in the studio, whatever. So get to a point where you can say, fuck you, I don't want to do that.
Mm-hmm.
You got to pay for this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have we gotten to that point? Has anybody gotten to the point in like Hawaii hip hop? Hawaii rappers?
I'm like that, but not see, because I DJ. So
Yeah.
my DJ is my fuck you money. I can do whatever the hell I want to rap. People ask me all the time, hey, you want to do a battle? You want to do a battle? I'm like, 5,000. That's what's going to cost for you to get me out the, you know what I mean? Like that's some energy. And I know how much you're going to make off this battle. You know what I mean? Like the Daylight one sold out Hawaiian Brian's. That's 800 people, you know, for a battle. You times that by $20 a head, you know what I mean? I know how much you guys are making off of this. And then on top of YouTube, if that thing goes million views, you're collecting off of that too. I'm like, so yes, you got to have that ability to, because then I battled so much people that was wasting my time. You know, like my early battles, I was battling guys that they're not even rapping anymore. I think that was the first time you guys rapped ever. I don't know. So it's like weeding out, you know. I kind of, once you have a resume, you can kind of say what you don't want to do anymore.
Okay, cool. I like that. I agree.
Yeah.
Let's get into some Instagram questions, and we'll do like half Instagram questions, half gas or pass presented by Texaco and Hawaii.
What? I got Instagram questions?
Yep. All right. So we got this one from Kainoa. What is your favorite / worst memory of the rap battles from back in the day?
Favorite / worst?
Yeah. Damn. So I guess favorite and worst.
I don't know if I have any bad ones, but okay. Favorite.
Have you lost? Like you got like
Nah.
Undefeated. 21-0.
Okay, so there's one where it was at the Shack Waikiki. We did an Angry Locals battle where we brought a few guys from the States to come battle us, and we used that funds to pay for our tour. So one of those battles, well, my battle was against this Popolo guy that was from Nanakuli. It's like, oh, okay. And I'm like I'm doing this event. I'm running around, taking care of everybody, making sure everybody's good. I'm the guy who's like organizing this event. So like, if you're there, you're just seeing me by myself, right? It's like, so then this guy pulls up with all his goons from Nanakuli, which is only like 5-6 of them. And they try to punk me before the battle started. Like they like surrounded me in Shaka, and they were like, so what, you ready for this battle? Blah, blah, like trying to like intimidate me. And then I was like, you guys have no idea, yeah? Boom. The entire shack just went around them. And then this like, bro, what's going on? Because they thought there was like something's happening, right? And I was DJing at Shack at Waikiki. This is how I got the venue, right? So I know every security guard. I know the owners. I know bartenders. They're the one who wanted this event, right? They were like itching for it. So when that happened, like 100 people literally around them in the middle of Shack. And then you just see their demeanor like, cool. And then when we get on stage, you could tell he went first. Oh, yeah. I think he went first. Somehow, whatever he was saying was just not hitting. And he got booed. Or like, because you just turn this to a hostile environment. So now he's like, nah, we're not rooted for you at all. You mess up one time, you're going to hear it. And I just seen him like, whoo, just like, And then I just came in and it's like, pop, 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 pop. And I think that was like probably one of the best crowd reactions I had. And it's because of like, it was so bad, right? And I was doing like stereotypical jokes, watermelon, fried chicken, popolo kind of stuff, right? But then there was this other popolo rapper in the back, and he was salty. He's like, fuck this racist shit. He grabbed a chair and threw it at the bar. Like that's how like crazy this battle got. Like boom, boom, and he's gone. And I was like, oh, well, there it is. No. Some of those battles get heated.
Wow, I can imagine. Yeah. I mean, if you take things personally, and you really take it to heart, I can see how people can just lose it.
And it's usually never the battlers. It's always the crowd, right? It's always somebody like,
that's so funny.
Uneducated crowd.
It's funny because in life, generally, it's other people that get offended for a certain type of person.
Yep.
For example, like if I don't know, some Native American person is just cruising with us, and then somebody is they wear something that's like Native American or whatever. It's usually like the white person that's getting more offended than like anybody else.
Aren't you offended?
Yeah. Or like somebody that's not even involved in the whole thing that's getting offended.
I will stand up for you.
Yeah. I see that a lot in our society. It's like we're always trying to fight everybody else's battles instead of our own.
That's what we need though.
Yeah.
In Hawaiian sovereignty. We need
everybody else to fight.
Somebody.
So maybe the people fighting the other battles that you don't need, come join us.
Yeah. Well, you look at Mauna Kea, right? The telescope. That was like the biggest movement I've witnessed, in as far as like Hawaiian.
In our generation.
In our generation, it's like, whoa, you got people's coming over here, for fight our fight.
That's like a really good point. Yeah.
You got to convince them.
Yeah.
We trying to convince each other, like, we need a lawyer, we need a politician, we need some people from the UN, we need like, all of these guys. Yeah. Because they know how to do it the paperwork side.
Yeah. Because you need both. You need both sides.
You need everything.
Yeah. Okay. Next question comes from Kimberly_Ray_. She says, is your son following in your rapper footsteps?
Whoo, this kid. So my 7-year-old Liam, he's definitely got that rap itch. And it's I don't even know how it started really.
Oh, I saw a video. Didn't you post a video with him? He was like saying
yeah.
He was part of your song or something.
He has one song right now. His rap name is Light Rapper. It's on Spotify, but he got we was doing I think I posted the one I posted was him recording a song, and the song is called "The Devil Is a Dum Dum."
Oh yeah, that's what it was. Yeah,
the devil is a dum dum. Well, yeah. So his mom only listen to like Christian rap because rap can get kind of like crazy, right? So he's really limited to what he can listen to, and then he just eats it up. So like, dang. Oh, and then his dad has a studio, so
Yeah. Why not?
why not, right?
Use your resources.
Boom, right there.
Yeah.
And I trip at how in tune he is with like the process of making a song. Like I was like, I didn't even have to teach him. Like he'll do his verse, right? Rap it. He's like, hey dad, but when I listen to these songs, it sounds like they do certain parts of their verse also. So it's like, yeah, the punchlines, right? You want to emphasize more on the ending rhymes of your bar. And he goes in like, yeah, I want to do that. Does it. It's like, hey, before they do it, you know how they just talk? It's like, yeah, I want to do that. Yeah. Just like doing his Migo ad libs in the background. Yeah, he's definitely gonna. We'll see how far it goes.
Okay,
he's got the itch.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned
for the light rapper.
Light rapper with a WR. He's not.
Rapper. Like
yeah, rapper.
Like he's about to rap some presents.
Just like let him pick.
Yeah. That's so funny. Okay. Next question comes from Tano_Mon. Says, what was the inspiration behind your music video, Happy Holiday?
I didn't actually have an inspiration. I didn't even know what I was gonna do. I was vacationing already in Maui, and I already had the song out, and I was like, damn, I gotta put it out or something. So, I think there's shots at Grand Wailea. I don't know if that's the Maui one.
Yeah, Maui.
Yeah. Okay,
at
so
the swimming pool.
Yeah. So shot some there, and shot some at Lahaina before, like a month or couple months before it burnt down. So there's shots over there in the town, and then I only did the first verse, then I had to do the second verse, so I went to Waikiki and did that. But yeah, it's just rapping. There's no like structure to the video. It's just like me in front of like
saying random
touristy places, just like going at it. Yeah.
You remember Alex Farnham?
Yes.
He had that one video a while ago. Like, that's Aloha, boo.
He's got a bunch of parody songs too.
So it kind of reminded me of that, because he was like talking about like suits and briefcases, all that noise, all that stress. We be keeping the aina clean while you be making a mess. Like, it was kind of gave me that kind of vibe.
Yeah, happy Howley.
Yeah,
happy Howley to you too.
Howley to you too.
To you too.
That's so funny. What? How would you describe Howley to somebody who doesn't know?
Ooh, that is a hard one. Howley to someone that doesn't know what Howley is. Okay, so I guess the first explanation would be foreigner, right? Like a visitor to indigenous culture would be the initial way of, and then once they understand what we stand for, what aloha is, then you can describe the attitude side, which is more like a Karen, right? Like you're entitled, you are disrespectful or ignorant to how we hold ourselves. And Howley can be almost like I guess there's the difference, right, between Howley and fucking Howley. Right?
Well, I think the F word makes it derogatory.
Yes. So,
it doesn't have to be derogatory, but how we say it.
So it depends what kind of Howley you are then, right? Because there is different kinds of... I just say, don't be unhowly, right? There's cool howlies.
Okay. I guess this is a question. Yeah. How I'm coming to Hawaii for the first time. I got family here. I got friends here. I grew up in Kentucky. Coming over here, gonna enjoy Hawaii and paradise. How do I not be a howly? These people are saying it's howly, but how do I not be a howly?
Well, I think you're coming here already with like good intentions, right? You want to enjoy paradise, right? That's your initial state. I think soak it in. Go to a luau. Figure out what surfing is. Go take a lesson, go eat some local food. I think that's why Hawaii is what it is as far as tourism come here, because you can't get it anywhere else. So when you come here, be open-minded and enjoy your time here.
Mm-hmm.
Save your complaints when you go back home. You know,
if you complain you don't like it, go home.
Yeah.
It's not that
You spent that much money coming here.
Yeah.
You know, enjoy it while you can.
Yeah, exactly.
It's special.
Yeah.
Everybody says it is. So
Yeah.
it has to be.
I've been to probably 2 luau's in the last year or so, and I enjoyed them.
Yeah.
Because I think it's changed a little bit to what we're thinking in our head. It's just like how we're very turned off by Waikiki because it's like a tourist central where there's so many beautiful things in Waikiki. A lot of culture. I mean, there's the surf and like people who grew up there. So with the luau's, because it's like become this commercialized stuff, we're kind of like, oh, like that's so haole, like that's like for tourists. But I've been to so much like super educational, and I'm thinking like locals should go to these things to learn.
100%.
They went over like the whole Polynesian triangle. They showed like all these authentic like dances with actual like locals or Polynesians doing it. So I'm just like,
I stay in hotels in Waikiki, and I just walk down the hallways, and they have like loads of information on Hawaiian history that I never knew about. I'm like, damn, you see me just in the... It's like, oh, yeah. Well, yes, they uphold the culture and the history in Waikiki for sure, because that's what tourists want to come and learn about.
Yeah.
And like some of us locals just are distant because we don't go to Waikiki. Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe if you get a chance, don't knock it off. Just try. Go to it, even if you're local.
I went to a Sea Life Park.
Yeah, that's the one I went to.
I love the food.
It was good.
Yeah, I was like, damn.
Well, I mean, I thought the food was.
I was like, I did a wedding, so I don't know if it was from there.
Oh, okay.
But they got the Imu pit right there. So
yeah,
do they make it there?
I'm not sure if they do.
They better. You have that pit there.
I don't know, but like the best Hawaiian food is always the homemade kind.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Like graduations, baby first, luau, like all that
fresh
stuff,
out the pit, like that.
You have the little smoky taste.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. Next time I go, I'll grill them. Okay, this next one comes from Nainoa Langer. He's a past podcast guest and friend. He just says freestyle.
Freestyle. Damn.
So I don't want to put you on the spot, but
okay.
I don't know if what he wants with this. If he wants you to just, if we go, I just give you a word, or maybe you just have some like some lyrics in mind already that you just want to share.
Okay. We'll see. Okay.
I'm gonna let you choose, because I know you say you've been out of the game for a while. So
living in this paradise is like shooting a paradise. You crap out so the next person can have your life. We panic through the pandemic, damage our credit, then manage to hand it over to the Senate, a menace to society. My rivalry, my neighbor right beside of me, the irony, we fight each other instead of tyranny. Obstacles, we operate on our own. Geronimo, you run from the falling dominoes that kick you out your homes. Can't afford on moving forward, so you're forced to move your fort. What if we treated life like a sport? We'd get more support. They give you a ball so you can play on court, but they don't teach you the laws so you can win in court. Paperwork, make you work till your ankles hurt. Bank accounts getting taxed first. We don't even think it's worse. So I don't see better days on the horizons when locals gotta fly out to let the tourists fly in. Hey. There we go. Keep it aloha.
Keep it aloha. That was sick. I got chicken skin.
Woo.
I love that.
That's clip right there.
I know. Boom. 10,000 likes right there. That's so cool. I love writing. I'm not a rapper, but I write like poetries. And I remember like in high school, I would like Facebook Messenger. We would like message my friends, like just rap battling each other.
That's the start.
Yeah, so fun.
That is the start.
But I love good lines. I love metaphors and similes and like all these twisted stuff. Like even like Lil Wayne got some crazy lines. So like I love the
Okay, give me some of your rappers you like listening to.
Oh, I'm more like old school. Like I really liked well, I mean Tupac's usually up there. And then I really like Childish Gambino because he had like Put My Souls on the Track like Shoes did, like that stuff. Like who thinks of that? Eminem, of course, like in the beginning, just because 8 Mile and stuff.
Yeah.
Was Slug from Atmosphere.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think most people say it, but I really like Atmosphere.
Nice.
And who else? Let's see. I know I really like this guy Greaves at one point too, which is also in that Atmosphere. There's so much. I don't really listen to much new music these days. Kind of just like put it on shuffle and whatever plays. Oh, I don't listen to new school. I'm all old, like Tribe Called Quest. Like,
okay, yeah.
That's the stuff I like.
Are you from Hilo?
I'm from Hilo. Well,
that's why I feel like all my friends I know from Hilo like that kind of music.
Yeah. I mean, Sudden Rush. Shout out to that.
We want some hip hop.
Yeah. Well, I love the like the Cool and the Gang and like Young MC, like those. I like those days, like Bust the Move.
Okay.
Like it was like fun, and then like the more like witty kind of stuff these days. Like even J. Cole got some good stuff.
Yep.
But yeah, I was like in college, I was more like always on this hilly dilly site, always looking for the new music, new sounds, like Kendrick before he got big, Chance the Rapper before he got big. Like I was trying to look for all that stuff, and now I'm just like so out of it.
Can't keep up.
Yeah, but once in a while,
that's what I mean. There's too much music.
There is too much music. Yeah. But it's always fun just like trying to rhyme together words and like think of stuff like you said, Paradise, like Paradise. Yeah. I remember like have written stuff like paradigm, paradigms, like those kind of word plays. It's so fun. Yeah.
Mental exercise.
Exactly. Yeah. So I got a bunch of just random stuff in my notes. But let's move on to a quick segment called Gas or Pass, presented by Texo in Hawaii. So basically, you just tell me if something is good, it's gas, you like it. If you don't like it, pass. We'll start off easy. Josh Green, gas or pass?
Gas. Chamber. You wanted to get me canceled? Here it is, right there. Pass. I pass.
Bars.
Now, I think being the governor is just a hard position. You're always just gonna get hate and love and support, either or. It's just like you can't satisfy everybody. You know, and whatever law you pass, you're messing up somebody else's paper or whatever.
You can't please everyone.
So I give shout outs to whoever even wants that job, you know?
Yeah.
And that's probably why we don't get good candidates. You know what I mean? Because like nobody wants to sign up for this, you know? We get the bottom of the barrel of like, damn, is this the only choices? Fine. I'll take him.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
It does come with a lot of scrutiny.
Yeah.
So shout out to the bravery of politicians, but not shout out to like the bad things that they do. But again, that's subjective. No, because like Donald Trump, but Joe Biden, they'll be like,
"Is that my choices?"
Yeah, exactly. It's like the worst, the better of two evils.
Yeah.
But then also, it's like some people like, I love Donald Trump, and be like, we hate Donald Trump because he could do the same thing, but we just perceive it differently because of
split.
Yeah.
I actually did one of those on my Facebook once. I put all these things, good things that Joe Biden did for our country, and people were like commenting on it, like, "Oh wow, I didn't know he did all that," and going for it. Then at the end of all those comments says, "This is actually what Donald Trump did."
Oh,
and then you kind of see, right? Like, do you hate this man because of his politics, or did you hate him for him?
Dang, that's good. People can't compartmentalize like that though, which is something that I feel like I do because I can take like the person out of the job or whatever.
Like Kanye.
Exactly. I love his old music.
Sometimes
like, crazy. Yeah. I think you can like.
But maybe that's what makes
two things can be true. Two things can be mutually exclusive. I think like something maybe with like R. Kelly is a little more blurred. It's like, okay, do you listen to his old music? Is that still supporting him? You know, so stuff like that.
Hey, I told you 60,000 songs a day on Spotify. You can go without R. Kelly. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah. So like,
there's plenty more music.
So something like that. So
Yeah.
there's some that's a little bit more blurred.
Yeah.
But I totally agree and see what you're saying. Okay, next one, Tongi, Hawaii's American Idol hero.
100% yes. Give me the Hawaiian Idol. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Young boy too.
Yeah.
That's like the craziest
Represented
part
Hawaii so well.
Ooh. He brought Yesa to the big stage. You know what I mean? Yesa.
He won with a Kolohe Kai song.
Bro, come on.
With an ukulele song.
All day long. And you know how much American Idols we had and voice participants and like these people and like, bro, he made it.
Yeah.
He made it through. I always root for someone to represent. You know what I mean? All day.
Okay. Awesome. Okay. The Rock, gas or pass?
The Rock, gas. I love The Rock. I love him. Because like my high school days, it was Stone Cold and The Rock.
WWE. Was
day,
it WWF back then?
It might have been.
Yeah.
I know there's both.
Yeah.
And there was WCW. There's all kinds. But
yeah.
I just remember, we always, smell what The Rock's cooking, the rock bottom, the people's eye.
Yeah, there you
all
go.
Of that. It's like, it was just, he's like culturally, I think, when he got big and did movies and people want to criticize, but.
Yeah. People like to hate on success.
Yeah. Well, I think a lot of hate that I feel people do is him representing Hawaii when he's only been here for like a couple years.
I see what you're saying.
You know what I mean?
It's
like,
not authentic.
Yeah. But maybe it is to him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Maybe he came here and had the best time of his life.
Yeah.
But sure, why not? The more people we got representing for us, the better.
Yeah, I agree. Same with Jason Momoa, gas or pass?
Gas? Even though, okay, this is perfect. I like all of this because we're gonna get it to a point where you're gonna see the success of these Hawaii representatives that had to leave Hawaii to make it where they're at. The Rock, Bruno Mars, Jason Momoa, Barack Obama,
Nicole Scherzinger.
Barack wasn't a politician here. He's a politician in Chicago before he became president. All these people ended up having to leave here to become the biggest stars we do have. It's kind of to show you that we don't have the infrastructure here to provide. And even football. You know what I mean? Even like, what schools do we have that'll funnel you to the NFL? A lot of my friends' kids got to go. They moved to Las Vegas. Put them in those kind of camps over there. It's like a faster pass to go. So I think that's another thing I would like to see Hawaii get at some point. Let us be. And that's why I like Max Holloway. Baga did him from Waianae and stay in Waianae.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And train over there. You know what I mean? It's like, damn, you became the world champ. Staying home? All props.
Possible. Yeah.
All props. Yeah.
And he talks about his training techniques, his coaches, all like people that he's known for years. He doesn't spar for the most part. Like all these things that work for him. And he does it right over here. Yeah. So
gas.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's change a little bit. Okay. Gold chains.
Gold chains.
Gas or pass?
100% gas. You got to understand why though. Gold chains is your bail money. That's what gold chains is.
Wasn't expecting.
When you get arrested, they can confiscate your money and not give it back. They cannot do jewelry. Your watch, your gold chain, they got to give that back. They bag and tag it. So when you get that, you go to the pawn shop. That's your bail money. And gold holds, value. All these cryptocurrencies and money, they all go up and down in the stock market. Gold does too, but for the most part, for like thousands of years, it's just been the go-to standard of what we value. So you're really just be careful where you hold them. You know what I mean? Because everybody else seeing gold. You know, I'm gonna take that guy's bail money right now.
Yeah. We're gonna post this now. Everybody gonna be looking at each
so
other.
Depend. You know, if you get a small chain, you better be doing misdemeanor crimes. Okay?
Petty thefts.
The bigger your chain, you know, that's why.
Yeah. You can go do a little get. Maybe you can get away with a little bit more.
Yeah.
That's funny. Okay, what about lifted Yoda's gas or pass?
I'm gonna pass on that one, bro. Okay.
Hey, I saw what you wrote up.
I go lifted Yoda. And the only reason I gonna pass is because I work in Waikiki every week and get hard time getting in these garages, bro. Let me tell you, like, it's like no can. I gotta always find
parking. You get your antenna scraping
bro, I gotta find parking. You know, it takes me forever. Sometimes like 5 blocks down the road. You know, I go on all of why. No can these lifted Yodas.
Okay, well, speaking of Waikiki, Moani Waikiki, gas or pass?
I'm gonna have to gas. Let's go. I have a bar. I have a bar in one of these songs, and it hits every time I perform it live. And it's party at Moani's cause the Howleys own my ties. And that's what I would stand on. You know what I mean? What is it? Olive Garden? Olive Garden owns my ties.
Yeah.
So, and then, you know, Michael G and his family own Moani. Yes. So, you know, we always gonna support local, 100%. And they get their land proud local. So, you know, and that's where I work every Friday night. So if you want to come, boom, 10 to 2.
Okay.
I'm there.
Following that, district, gas or pass?
Ooh, district. Pass. You heard it here first. You like it canceled right now. Pass on district. I actually quit that spot.
So where are we going then?
Huh?
At 2 o'clock when everything shut down, where are we going?
Go home, bro. Go home. Nah. I love the people at district. I love them. I was there the first 5-6 years, bro. They opened. I helped open that club. We just had differences on pay. Yeah, that's all. You know, because I had kid, so that then my pay is like, I don't like do this for this much money. Yeah, I know how much you guys making. Yeah, and the other club's gonna pay me more too. So just come. But yeah. Last time, I guess maybe I've been there maybe once or twice. Last time I went there was after graduating college in 2016. I think Michael Banks tweeted about this. I don't know if you were there. I had crutches because I rolled my ankle the day before, or like 2 days before graduation. Guarantee I posted you on Instagram if you had crutches in the club. So my friends wanted to go, so I went to the club in crutches, and I was like, dancing, trying to like this balance on it. And then Michael Banks, before I knew him, he said, shout out to the guy in the club on crutches or something. Yeah. And that was our first interaction. And then when we started the podcast, we started at Summit Media, where he is. So yeah. Bruh, district is good times though. But there's one time where the LA Clippers came in. Oh, really? And bruh, district ceiling is like this high. So if you 6'5", 6'6", you're like this close away from the ceiling. Yeah. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, I haven't been there in a while. All right, anime, gas or pass? Oh, I barely watch TV at all. But when people put me on to like certain shows, I love them. Like what? I think I watched Blue Eye Samurai was like the last one. Oh yeah, I heard about that. And then Invincible. Oh yeah, I also haven't watched it yet, but I know what it is. Yeah, so definitely those last 2 I watched because people told me you gotta watch. Yeah, definitely loved them. Okay, so but I don't know anything else. Like I'm not an anime fan. You start asking me stuff, I'm like, stop already. Yeah. I start doing the Naruto and Sanjo. I like it that they can get away with a little bit more things that movies can't. So they can because you can hide it behind an anime character. Yeah, it's not a real person, right? You know how some people you say can't compartmentalize between like if you put like a face to a character and it's like villain. Some people look at that actor as like that's your only role I know you as, and I don't like you. Yeah. Okay. All right. Grocery store Pokeballs, gas or pass? Give me an example. What is one? Like Foodland? Like Foodland, Safeway, like that. I don't personally get from grocery stores. I always go like Tiny Oak is my spot and Fresh Catch. But they're not bad. Yeah. Yeah.
I think they're underrated.
Yeah.
So
is it free or I gotta pay? Because then that
yeah,
might be the best.
yeah. I guess it's like neutral.
Yeah.
Neutral.
Nah, but when I when I go beach like and I gotta go to a party,
you were getting stuff already.
I'm definitely getting Foodland Poke while I gotta go grab like all the drinks and stuff too.
Okay.
Gas.
Okay.
Gas.
Just because I'm looking at your shirt, Dole Plantation, gas or pass?
Dole Plantation. Pass. Dole pass. The tourism of it, like I brought my kids to the maze and stuff like that. Yeah, boring. No can. But just overall, that's like the origin colonization. Like, bro, you guys own choke land out here. Choke pineapples. I did the trolley and I was like, as I was doing it, I was like, damn, they own all of this? Whew. Damn.
Yeah, I've never been there. I think I might have been there, stopped to get like the whip, maybe.
The whip.
I think
Yeah.
That's probably the only time I've
You
been
go
there.
on that trolley and they take you on like a 15-minute ride. Deep.
Wow.
They get choke land over there.
Maybe I'll do it for research purposes.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
I'll be like, oh no, I don't like this. I'm just doing this for research purposes, guys. Don't hate on me.
Maybe flex your Hawaiian card too. Well, I gotta pay for this.
Yeah. Hey, this is sovereign rights right there.
Yeah. Should be able to go on this trolley.
Okay. Hawaiian pizza, gas or pass?
Pass. Thing is Canadian. Wait. I think an Asian made the pizza. Would get Canadian bacon on them, but they call it one Hawaiian pizza because get pineapples, and pineapples is not even.
I think it's from South America. I think
South America is that where it's from?
I think so.
Okay, yeah.
Something like
America. That. Yeah.
I think I gotta look that up again, but I think it's around. Yeah. It's from there.
That shit nasty. I don't what?
Okay, all right. Lihimui on popcorn, gas or pass?
On popcorn?
Yeah.
Pass. I'll take it on Mochi Crunch though.
What?
Yeah, I take it on. I don't know. Maybe it's that. I don't like popcorn.
Oh,
I don't like popcorn in general. That thing is so dry. Makes me like gotta drink up. Yeah, I don't like popcorn.
Okay. But arare with
arare. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You ever heard that joke?
Well, there's many variations. What's the one you know?
When did the Mochi Crunch?
The arare.
The arare.
Mine when I say when was kakimochi invented?
When?
The arare.
Yeah.
Should we just have an arare off?
Arare, yeah.
Yeah, I heard that. The classic local dad jokes right there.
You go to the movies with a bag of lihimoi powder and just sprinkle them on.
Movies, I don't.
Oh, okay,
movies,
okay.
it's like
so
arare.
You eat popcorn, not at the movie.
I love popcorn. Popcorn's probably my top snack. So I like the
podcasting. You just watching.
Yeah. I like go to like the hurricane kind, like
yes,
you know the furikake, arare. But I do like lihimui. So depends. Like at home, I'll add some lihimui if it's just like no more furikake, the hurricane kind. It's just like the microwave kind. This I got mochi crunch and add the lihimui. I like that.
I'll try them.
Yeah. You never had that before?
I have them on the arade, but we'll sprinkle them over the whole thing.
You had that. You had the arade. Okay, got it. Okay. Last one. Osna, gas or pass?
Myself? Pass. Shitty that guy.
Self-love, everybody.
Yeah.
All right, well, that was Gas or Pass presented by Texaco in Hawaii. All right, so we're coming to the back end of the podcast, and I like to ask my guests, you kind of already flipped it on me about the meaning of aloha, but I like to, or I want to ask you, in your life, how do you keep it aloha?
I got a bar.
Oof.
And
spit it.
Aloha is always love over hate anytime.
Always love over hate anytime.
Yep.
I love that.
That's the bar.
Always love over hate anytime.
So that's what you just got. Any situation, just choose love. You know what I mean? Like, so my baby mama and like my tutu get in some arguments sometimes of how to raise kids, you know, like
parenting styles.
Parenting style, right? So she's like, I don't want us to like to the point where you're like, I'm gonna block your tutu. I don't like this. But so she wants me to handle it, right? And my thing is, I'd rather have an argument with my tutu than not have my tutu.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So it's like I'm always gonna choose love over hate. These little arguments we having right now, that's nothing. You know what I mean? Like, bruh, she's like almost 90. You never know when her time is. Like, let's just enjoy this love we have now. And once you start, even like when I argue with kids, or you get frustrated with them, I think, okay, what if I'm my tutu's age and I look back at this moment right now when we're just yelling at these kids, like, nah, if I could just relive that moment, I definitely wouldn't be yelling at them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna hug, I'm gonna love, I'm gonna show them aloha. Like, okay, this is, and also when you show aloha, you can, push that onto other people, right? Like kill them with aloha.
Aloha's contagious.
Contagious, right? You see it.
Yeah.
Remember like Monsters, Inc.? The first movie, they're scaring the shit out of kids to get their level, like
yeah.
Right? And then the second movie, they did laughter. And they realized one laugh is worth 100 scares. So we live in this time where we focus on a lot of negativity. It's easier to hate something than it is to show love.
Hate has caused so many problems in the world,
yes,
but it's never solved one.
Never. So I always love over hate anytime.
I love it.
Yeah.
Aloha. Nice. I'm gonna remember that.
I'll make a shirt and then we'll have
Yeah. Exactly. We can do a collab.
There.
We got
perfect.
it. Yeah. Yeah. Easy. I got a merch company. We can just do that tomorrow.
Dot day. We should have done.
We should have done dot a day. Yeah. Oh, that's some good shirts. I should. Now you got me thinking. My business mind is
there. It is.
Now.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. That was beautiful. One thing I wanted to ask you. Growing up, was there any insecurities about your ethnicity, your background? Like me growing up, it was like, man, I always wish I was more tan, so look more local, Even though I went Hawaiian immersion school, had the culture, everything, super like Kanak upbringing in like school wise. But I'm just like, to me, I was like, I look like the Asian kid around all these people,
Is it because were you like teased about it? Or is this how you just felt your own?
I think maybe a mix of both. Because like I remember some of my classmates would be like, Diaz, you're the Asian kid. Yeah. You're like, so I never really felt
Well,
Hawaiian.
Diaz is what? Spanish?
Well, it's Portuguese.
Portuguese. Okay.
Yeah. But how I look.
Yeah.
Or like if I had a little face hair, then like Mexican. Yeah, people would say I'm Mexican.
Yeah.
So it's never like, but like when I would leave my Hawaiian immersion school, I was like the Hawaiian kid.
Yeah.
I was like the one that came from Hawaiian immersion school, whatever. Yeah. So yeah, a lot of that growing up. So I always felt like I wanted to do things to like compensate for that. Like, but I had the Hawaiian language, so that was always my like, you can think I'm haole or look haole, but I can just olelo Hawaii over you. So like, come test me,
Yeah.
That's just my mindset.
Yeah.
Now I'm just totally cool with it. I still would like to be tanner. I've been hurt, so like I can't like surf a lot, so I haven't been in the water. So those insecurities come in waves,
I think for me, like battle rap, right?
Yeah.
If I battled Haole, I battled an Asian, I battled an Popolo, right? And battling these people, it's easy to stereotype and battle them. When they battle me, they don't know what I am.
Yeah.
I'm too mixed, you know what I mean? I'm on plantation poi dog to the max, Chinese, Japanese, Filipino, Portuguese, Hein. Just like, it's just all over the place. So like, I don't think I ever had a moment in my life where I even identified with one particular race of what I was, because there's too much. And I only lived in here.
Yeah.
So that was like my only, I cannot speak on Philippines, Japan, China, all of that. Right?
So Hawaii is the host culture, so you'll gravitate towards the Hawaiian culture.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think like the question is these days that people wonder like, what is a Hawaiian? What does Hawaiian look like?
Bruh.
This is what Hawaiian look like.
All mixed, you know what I mean?
We all mixed.
We didn't start with a big population, and all we do is oof. So you know what I mean?
Speak for yourself. Not all of us get around like you, all right?
Yeah, I look at my family like, oh, cuz, step, half. Like,
I mean, yeah,
oh,
I got
my dad's ex-wife's kids. It's like still family, you know. It's like all kind, like, oh, wow. So yeah, we breed choke. So the bloodlines is just getting, melting pot.
Yeah, and it's not like we got Hawaiian Tinder where it's like only ho'olula hui. Like I only gonna be with you if you Hawaiian.
You gotta start that. You know
gotta
what I
start
mean?
it, right?
Upload your ancestry.com in 23, and we go see what the matches.
Filters will be just like Hawaiian Chinese, Hawaiian Filipino, Hawaiian Korean.
Not the library card commercial. Yeah. I am Hawaiian Portuguese.
Yeah, so that's what we're gonna create a Ho'olula Hui app where it's just like a dating app for only Hawaiians. Wait, but then so if you're not Hawaiian, you can't be on, right? So it's like a Kamehameha school dating app.
Boom. We gotta see.
That's how we
gotta see the DNA test first. Yeah.
But like,
I just did one of mine.
Yeah.
So it's super interesting.
Yeah.
I actually traced mine to like Kamehameha.
I did mine too.
So it's like, oh.
Did you see mine on Instagram?
No. You did yours?
Yeah. I think I still have the notes. Hold on. So there's this like controversy going around because of like some clips that was like misunderstood, but also because we had a clip earlier that we were joking like, I'm not Hawaiian. So people took that seriously.
See those clips, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Here it is.
I'll find mine.
Yeah. See, I'm gonna change mine. I just have to change my display settings because it's on dark mode.
I hope I never delete.
Yeah. So if people haven't seen this, so I made a video saying like, hey, I took a DNA test because everybody thinks that I'm not Hawaiian. So I did this to prove that I'm Hawaiian, and this is what it is here. Let me know when you're ready.
Okay.
Yeah. So I told everybody like, I took a DNA test so you guys can finally stop coming at me because this is what it is. Super legit.
It's official.
This is for all you haters out there.
It's official.
This
is
is
a pie
exactly
chart.
what it is. Mixed plates. That's what we are.
Yes, it is.
But you see the Hawaiian over there, and then of course Iam Tongi's cousin.
Boom.
Yeah, but I funny because I just took another one and it said I was Max Holloway's cousin.
So the more you take, the more cousins you can find out. You better watch out, bro. Watch out.
Yeah, I think the next one I'm scared to take because I might be Josh Green's cousin.
Oh, hey. No offense, bro. Then that's how you're gonna get the Hawaiian sovereignty pass. You gotta talk to him. Hey, we cousins, bro.
Yep.
Come help fight for us.
Hey, come on the podcast.
Come on, but here's mine.
What's yours?
So this is.
Oh, it gives you like a whole mo'okua how kind of thing.
Yeah. So there's me. This is my mom. Tutus. So this is as far as I know. This is my great grandma.
Okay, wait. Try talking to the mic.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, you can hold it up to.
Here.
Yeah, right there.
So it goes all the way to Kamehameha.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, how? What was this? Like what? App or?
I'll send it to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's not like a 23andMe kind of thing.
No, this is separate from that. So, what I did the Ancestry.com, and I found out I was 20% Hawaiian, and I was like, I didn't expect that.
Yeah.
So then, that's when I traced it. And the good thing about Hawaiian, well, at least royalty wise, they kept records.
Mm-hmm.
So this app is showing you like, you can find the lineage down. So I'm like, I don't know how much, 8 times removed from Kamehameha. But then it's crazy too, because it'll show how much spouses he has, and there's like 44 spouses. Kamehameha is.
So there's a good chance that
He's talking about me, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Brother man was over here spreading seeds, okay?
You're just trying to honor your ancestors right there. Yeah.
Yeah, you might be. I don't know. I find out all the time.
It's a test you just pay for?
No, this is free.
Oh, it's free?
It's a free app, yeah.
How does it track it by last name?
Yeah, so if your family took good care of their records, and it's in, I want to say Bishop Museum has a record base, a database, or I think it's Kipuka database. I don't know. I'll get that.
Yeah, get that info because my brother knows more of our history of our Hawaiian side. Like we have family in Ka'ua and Molokai.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm interested to learn more about
100%. And this got me on it because my friends in Hilo
Yeah.
are doing this thing where they're finding everybody's seeded lands
Yeah.
for them. So once you can figure out who your ancestors is, they can track what parcels you have, and then they can go ahead and, you know, claim it for you. So that's what's like, oh, because if I get some land, bro, I'm grabbing it right now. You know what I mean? So I'm in the process of that.
Okay, cool.
Because I wanna get something for my kids. You know, I gotta buy 4 houses. I don't like buy one house for all 4 kids, right?
Yeah,
all 4 houses. So my goal is I want to buy a cul-de-sac then, and you know, I'll put 4
A little
houses
plantation, yeah?
right there, right? Exactly, yeah. So it's called compound living. It's the best way I feel like to live as far as family. So hopefully can find it, and they already been finding all kinds of spots.
Awesome.
But my friend who's doing it found that one Hawaiian family already living there, so he just letting them go. Like, nah,
Okay.
just take care.
So did you look into like allodial titles and stuff like that?
That's what I'm trying to get. Oh, I'm not looking in, but I'm having my friends because, bro, they get. I was just like, you guys got this on lock. Go ahead, you know. Let me know when I gotta come in and sign some papers. You know,
hand is ready.
Yeah, ready, ready.
Okay, awesome. So one topic that I want to talk to you about, and I saw you post about it as well, is hip hop in Hawaii. So we do have a scene. I think the first I really knew about it was maybe senior videos or meeting IA. Because I met him during the pandemic time when we were doing like these live stream videos. So that's when I met him, and I was like, dang, I didn't know like Hawaii really had a hip hop scene like that. And you said one of the reasons, there's multiple reasons. One of it is the lack of infrastructure. So can you tell us why? Maybe a little bit about the history of Hawaii hip hop, and then why it's not as popular as maybe it should be.
I'll start with the most controversial. Hip hop is Black culture. Hip hop was founded in New York by Black people to empower and uprise and uplift their people, right? It's the voice of that type of struggle that they had, which then flooded the world, right? Now this is only like 50 years ago, right? It started, and now it's at where it's at. So when the states look at Hawaii, they do not look at us with that same view of like, you guys not hip hop. This is paradise. You know what I mean? You guys, your culture is totally different as far as they perceive. But, you know, in my sense, I feel like there is a lot of common ground there. And that's why I love it. But, so Eminem, one of the greatest rappers ever, still got to fight that. That backlash of like, you're not Black, but you're in our lane of what you're doing. I think a lot of his success also comes because he was co-signed by Dr. Dre, right? So you do have a pioneer of hip hop culture being like, nah, forget that race stuff. Boy can spit, and he's respectful about, you know, he knows his history, and, you know, so Hawaii is in a very iffy state because now if you're a Popolo rapper here, the locals are not going to like you because they think you just sound like the states. Now, if you're one Hawaiian rapper, the state people are not going to like you because they don't believe you, right? I put it like this. How many Popolos in Hawaii marry monarch?
I don't think I've seen one. Yeah.
Right? So it's culturally, we have this hula practice where Hawaiians just grew up ancestors, right? Of like generations of like teaching this style. How come no more Popolos in them? You know what I mean? Like, and that's how I feel Hawaii hip hop is with the overall scene of hip hop. We're gonna have a, you know, Cocoa Head hike for get to the top. You know what I mean? It's gonna be a long ride because there's so much things that's gonna go. I'll even put it like this. Even our reggae scene had a very hard time breaking through Jamaica because they didn't take us serious. Jay Boog, I think, was the first non-Jamaican on one of those. I want to say it's One Love Fest, where they accepted a non-Jamaican guy to be part of this lineup. And it goes for anything, right? If you built something, your culture, your community, whatever, you always gonna question some outsider coming in, right? You protect what you built. It's no. What's your intentions? You know what I mean? I don't want you to bring you in here and then you mess up some stuff, right? So we always gotta check ID at the door. Hey, So, to me, that's already one of the biggest. It's and that's why we don't have an infrastructure. Because why would you? Why ain't we no more infrastructure for popolos for do hula? It's you would have to basically grow up from little age, right? Because all the kumu is going to question you, right? Even the kumus now we get, right? They're oh, that's not traditional hula.
Yeah, there's all the talk about that.
Yeah.
That's a really good point. I didn't think about that. So it's not lack of talent, it's lack of acceptance and resources?
Well, resources, yes. Oh, I look at a Hawaii. No, I look at a musician from Hawaii in general. It doesn't even have to be rapper is just even extra smaller. But a musician in Hawaii is like a mom and pop shop. What is your favorite mom and pop shop?
It was this one place called Your Kitchen
and what
in Kaimuki.
Gone.
And they had the best pork bowl.
Yeah. How do you get a place like that to compete with the States?
Chick-fil-A's and
exactly, right? Yeah. We are a mom and pop shop. We cater to that community, like Kaimuki, right? You only the people from Waianae not driving all the way out there for go eat one pork bowl, So it's almost of an acceptance of yes, we are a mom and pop shop. We only gonna cater to our neighborhoods or whatever, and then maybe we get to Zippy's point, maybe we get few locations, right? Maybe we throw one in Vegas, But overall, I think a lot of things from Hawaii isn't big. What is the biggest dish?
Probably universally from Hawaii, probably a loco moco. And that's not even Hawaiian.
You know what I mean? Clothing brand.
I mean, Hawaii's Finest is probably the biggest here, but globally, I don't know. I thought Ruka was
it's not
Hawaii growing up, just because a lot of people here would wear it,
right,
Quicksilver and Hurley.
Yeah, so I can go down the list of multiple things that are big in Hawaii that ain't nothing once you get out, right? How much malls? There's malls in America. How much of them holding Hawaiian clothing?
Yeah,
right. Or how much restaurants have Hawaiian food? And the list keeps going on. Whereas we're just small. Just accept our role here. Do your thing right here. You're good in a spot right here, and then just hone in on that and be the local hero. If you make it bigger, then more props. If you do an Tongi, more props, right? You get to the Bruno Mars level, more props. But all those guys went to the States to start their careers.
Yeah, so there's a sense of sacrifice that needs to.
The infrastructure is there.
Yeah,
it's in the States. It's not here.
Yeah. You could live here, but you just won't have the same resources. You could live there, but you won't have Hawaii.
If Tongi was living here, he wouldn't be on American Idol. He was there because he was already in Seattle? Did an audition somewhere on the West Coast.
Yeah,
that's what I mean.
And then the whole story of being priced out of paradise as well, so it adds to the Yeah, it's a really good point. Do you see it ever changing, or that's just what it is?
Money. If someone has $1 million right now and you funded it into 1-2 songs or whatever, you're getting somewhere. Money talks. Music is definitely a pay-to-play game. The more money you have, the more you can market yourself. The more marketing you have. And I think that's the biggest thing that's holding back all musicians is a marketing. We just focus on, just make the song and then power it, Whereas I saw you had Roman on here, and then my crew, Redefine Media,
Oh, yeah, Andrew them?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
They did like a whole video album with him. I think I'm in the round video. They're
Oh,
messing
really?
around. Yeah.
Oh, I gotta
But
look at
we,
it again.
they did the like 7-8 music videos. Cost some money, you know what I
Mhm.
mean? But I appreciate artists like that who are down and know, like, okay, is this for me to reach out, I got to play the game.
Mhm.
And I mean, you're big with this content creation, right? You see, like, you gotta constantly just chip away at it, right? To get those followers up, those numbers up. And a lot of musicians don't want to play that game.
Mhm.
You know, I don't even like to play that game. Sometimes I get into it and then, like, I swear my last post, I don't know, was like a week ago. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, sometimes I go on and it's like,
Yeah, you have like moments of like you're good.
yeah.
You're like posting couple a week every day for like 3 days, and then
Boom.
you don't post for like 3 weeks.
It's an energy sucker.
Yeah.
So money, definitely. I mean, like I said, a mom and pop shop.
Mhm.
If you gave a mom and pop shop a $10 million budget, can you now compete with Chick-fil-A?
Mhm.
Now you can put your store in Ala and Pro Ridge and Kahala. You can, that's a big thing.
That's a really good point. Man, if your kitchen was in Alamoana, that pork bowl would go viral.
Boom, right?
Yeah.
And that's another thing, right?
Yeah.
Maybe if that mom and pop shop had someone who's dedicated just to doing marketing on their Instagram,
Mhm.
run this account, do my Yelps,
Mhm.
do everything else.
Yeah. Have you heard of the Boto Bangas?
Yes.
I like them.
Yeah.
They're fun.
They're downstairs.
Wait, like right now?
No, that's their studio.
Oh, really? I
Yeah,
didn't know. I never see them around
Yeah,
here.
their studio's right over here. They
Yeah.
record a lot of their songs right over here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Are-
during the pandemic, I was doing this thing called locked in sessions, and I think that's kind of how, like, their group formed. We had like a bunch of the young kids come in, and then they were, we just doing a bunch of sessions
Yeah.
together.
Do you see any up and coming people, young kids that have a really good chance of like making it big?
I think everybody has a good chance. I think from my experience, I always see the fall off because when you're young, you can afford the hobby of, like, and you also have the
You have less to
excitement.
lose.
Yes, and you have once you start getting kids, once you start your career, you kind of got to put things on the back burner. Like, I can't spend this much time, right?
Yeah.
So that's the part where I see the talent. Like, yes, you guys are on it, and I hope you guys don't fall off. Momentum is everything in music. Like, you name a bunch of rappers that you like before, but they ain't around anymore, right? It's like they lost the momentum, and now mumble rap is taking over. So, like, if they drop the album, it wouldn't even get any numbers because that's not what people want to listen to. So, yeah, I do like both the bangers. They're definitely a crew everybody should watch out for. They're fun, and energetic. They got bars, they got style, they got everything they need. And the most I think I like about them is they go to my generation for advice. They're always trying to soak in game. Myron would hit me up like, yo, I want to sit in your Angry Local session. I just want to see how your process is, like.
That's awesome. Okay, so what's your future looking like, Is it more on the music producing side? Are you going to venture into any other things?
I'm always venturing into all kind of things. Like, I'm always, and it's weird because it's just things that, like I said, fall into my lap, It's just so started producing, then rapping, then DJing, then videography, editing, and then I'll branch out into like small businesses, help my friends do a lot of like marketing stuff too. I whatever you guys see on the camera, I do like 10 times more behind the scenes. Like, this is not even like the me, right? It's like I do it way more behind. I like that better. I like helping out people succeed more than just whatever I'm doing. That's just what you see on my free time, and like, turn the camera on, whatever, let's go. But I do like food festivals, so I do concerts, promotions, I do sounds engineering. I try to incorporate, like, so for example, like my friend and his wife is moving back from the States, and they have like 6 kids.
Mhm.
So I'm like, okay, what about your wife come work for me? I'm gonna start a business that she can just do at home. I have drapes, I have sound systems, I have fog machines, I have all kind of equipment that's just sitting at my warehouse. We make a website, and you go run it as a rental, right? And then events, something like that. So I'm always constantly thinking of like, okay, what can I do with my friends as a side jobs where we can make extra money? And I always like to do it like so yes, my goal is to, buy 4 houses, and I'm never gonna make that as a musician.
Mhm.
Musicians make the least amount of money. It's so crazy, the infrastructure on what a musician gets paid.
Yeah, I hear it's smoke and mirrors a lot of time.
Insane. If my record, or if let's say I'm the label, I sign you right now, and you do a song. You wrote your rhymes, but I produced it. If we made $100,000 on that song, you would probably take home 15 grand.
Only 15%?
Bruh, you're lucky if you get that.
What taxes, manager cuts?
As the owner, as the label, I'm paying for this song. I'm gonna get there's 2 ways of getting paid. So there's the publishing, and then there's the masters. I already own the masters. You get nothing out of that. Half of that's gone already. You know what I mean? Your publishing is gonna be the producer and the writer. So now, if me and you wrote it, then you only getting half of 50%, down to 25, right? As a producer, I get the 50 of just the publishing, right? And then that, and then manager, and then publisher, and taxes, and all this other stuff.
Dang.
Yeah.
It's
not a good look. That's why I do everything myself.
Yeah.
And still kind of survive off of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's rough. So yeah, it's like you're starting at a disadvantage. That's why, like, if you did have a label, you did have somebody with a studio, somebody come from money, I guess it is easier.
At some point, you get frustrated with the payout. Because how much work you have to put in for a song to go viral. Like I got a Pigeon 101 song right now. It hit 1 million views on Instagram. So on Instagram, I think I got paid like $250 for a song that did 1 million. Damn.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna get nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how it is. Even YouTube still wouldn't be that crazy. Yeah.
All of them, all the streaming, take advantage. So you use music as the driving force into businesses. That's what I learned. So your popularity, I notice a lot of clubs hire me because Instagram followers. That's like the craziest thing to me, right? The other DJ got 2,000. This guy get 30,000. I'm gonna hire the guy for 30,000 followers because they think in their mind more followers equals more customers coming to the clubs or whatever like that. So yes, use your music. That's why I said back in, like, have that fuck you money, right? Use your music is your music. It's your art. And you don't ever want to compromise that. You don't ever want to do something for money. You don't want to, I'm only going to make this song because I think it's going to pop off. So.
Okay. Yeah. So what's the number one advice you give to people who are getting into your space?
You got to do it for the love. There's hundreds of basketball players in Hawaii right now shooting hoops. Y'all ain't never going to be in the NBA. How much Hawaiians was in the NBA?
I don't think there ever
I don't think so either. I don't think there ever
was.
I
remember one guy, I think Jason Capono, but I don't know if he was Hawaiian.
I think his dad was from here, and I think he played for the Heat, but his whole life was in the States.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, those people are just shooting around. They're not going to be the next Steph Curry. You know what I mean? They just love the game. They want to play every chance they get, shoot around with the boys. If you're going to be a musician in Hawaii, especially if you're going to be a rapper, do it because you love it. I'm telling you right now, the odds is stacked against you if you're going to make a career out of it. And the career the time span for a rapper in general, even the mainstream ones, is not that long. 6ix9ine. Tekashi 6ix9ine. Where he at, huh?
Is he in jail or something?
I don't know, but you know what I mean? He had a good few years.
Yeah.
I mean, it keeps on going. Like, you have, and only like the really big stars can last like a decade.
Yeah, you gotta stay relevant
It's
somehow.
super hard.
Yeah.
So do it because you love it.
I love that. Good advice.
Yeah, you have to.
The money will come, the fame
Somehow.
will come, whatever, it will fall in your lap, but stay ready.
Stay ready. Stay ready for the opportunity. Because if you do want to make that, I don't want to discourage anybody from like your dreams, but stay ready. Be prepared. I've had sessions where I was in studios with big artists and I wasn't ready. You know, I thought I was ready. Or I wasn't even ready. I didn't even think I was ready. I just live life day to day. Whatever. But I had big opportunities that fell in my lap that I was like, damn, I dropped the ball on that one. And Hawaii is a special place where we do get a lot of these celebrities, right? Where who'd you say saw at the beach? Rich Brian. That could have been an opportunity for somebody at the beach who's a rapper. Hey, what? Jump in the studio. Because that happens more often than you would think.
Really?
Yeah. Because these guys who come here, they don't have connects like they have in LA and New York, right? Where they're one phone call away from a studio. Over here, you take them out and feed them on loco moco. Take them on surf lesson. That's your best friend right now in Hawaii. Right? It's like, okay. By the way, can you listen to my
mixtape?
Exactly.
Cool. I love that. All right. What is one thing you wish people knew about you that they don't?
One thing I wish they knew about me. No, see, I'm the opposite. I wish you guys don't know nothing about me. I'm trying to keep this secret. I'm seeing what's going on with Drake and Kendrick right now. They just airing out everybody's dirty laundry. I'm like, damn.
I know.
I don't want to be famous. Like, pulling up tweets from like 2012 or something like that. I'm like, yeah, don't know nothing about me. That's more ammo. I'm a battle rapper. You know what I mean? The more information you know about me, the more you're gonna use.
Yeah. Who's winning that battle?
Kendrick.
100%. Yeah.
I look at it like this. Whose position would I rather be in? I'd rather be in Kendrick's. Drake is getting all the heat right now. Drake is getting all the memes, all the dislikes, all like his character is on public trial right now. I don't want to be Drake. You know, I'd rather be in Kendrick's position. I feel like Kendrick got 2 posts on Instagram. I feel like he goes there, posts, and just logs out. Like, I'm done. Here's my song. Thank you. Bye.
Let me go to Africa and volunteer at some whatever.
Yeah. I like his position in it. I like his stance, his angle as a battle rapper. His angle is if Drake is the guy you guys rally behind, if Drake is the face of hip hop, what has he done for hip hop? That's basically what he's asking everybody. Is this your leader? What has he led you to, right? Shaking ass or whatever. Like, you like Tupac, right? You did your thing on changes. When the Black Lives Matter movement came, you seen that's the song they picked. Changes. They like, yo, entire crowds is going crazy. Like, does Drake got a record like that?
Yeah, like a sprained ankle. I ain't nothing. You don't hear that, yeah?
Nope, we're not playing that. Ball, emo. No, we're not playing. So I like that he's dissecting Drake's artistry as far as like it's like really picking apart your catalog.
Yeah. I definitely think he's winning. And he had a lot better.
Well, I don't know. How long does this podcast like drop? Because like they've been going off, you know, every day. So we'll
this will be a couple weeks.
By the time I drop this, I don't know, man. Drake might come out with some bombs and be like, yo.
We'll see.
Cut that out of the podcast. We'll see, irrelevant now.
We'll see. Yeah, because they're like responding within like 30 minutes of each other. Yeah,
it's crazy. I love it though. I love it because I haven't seen like something like this since like 50 Cent, Ja Rule, and that was a one-sided battle. And then prior to that was Jay-Z, Nas. So we don't get that much.
And then the greatest rap battle of all time, MGK versus Eminem.
Oh, yeah.
We can't forget about that.
That's true. Slide around now and No, yes.
Put some respect on there.
I do. Eminem is always in a battle. Like, why you guys want to battle that dude, bro? Like, he's one of the examples of like he put himself out there. as far as like all my information's out there. You know, I hate my mom. My mom's a crackhead.
Yeah.
And all that
I am
stuff.
white. I am
Exactly.
you know, it's like the whole 8 Mile thing.
Exactly. So it's hard to battle someone like that. You got nothing to hide. Like kids.
Yeah.
It's like every time Drake has a diss battle, it's like a gender reveal party.
I know, right? It's so funny. How many kids can he hide?
What?
Yeah. All right, cool. So before we end the podcast, I gotta know, what is your life hack?
I feel like I'm still figuring out life, so I shouldn't be in a position where I'm telling people what to do. Like, I'd be a hypocrite if that, right? So I feel like my life hack would be more of what I would tell my younger self.
What would you tell your younger self?
I think that would be it. Figure out what you're good at. This is what I don't like about public education right now, is we get all these subjects, and and if you're really bad at math, we try to tutor you to get to a C level, right? I homeschool my kids. So like, if you're bad at math, you're never going to be an accountant. Let's figure out what you're good at and let's focus on that, because you're obviously natural at that. So do that first. And the younger you can figure that out, the better, because then you can start your master 10,000 hours right from there. Then figure out what you're passionate about. And these things can always change, right, throughout your life. Like every 7 years or whatever, you got new skin and stuff like that. Figure those things out as young as you possible. Then surround yourself with like-minded people. Your circle is going to be very important. Who you keep around, your boys, or your crew or whatever. Keep it small too. The bigger it is, the harder it is to go through it. But that's who you surround yourself with is super important, because they're going to have the biggest influence on you, whether you know it or not, right? That to me, that's how I learned all my music, was because homie was like, yo, listen to this, put you on, right? That's how I started breakdancing. Only because the bigger homies in the neighborhood is breakdancing. That's how I started skating.
That's how I started stealing Yu-Gi-Oh cards and got caught at Walmart.
Oh,
in the 3rd grade.
Watch out who you hang out with.
I wasn't fast enough that time.
Yeah. Then find mentors. I didn't have any mentors, so I had to figure it out all by myself. Because the mentors you go through will help you achieve whatever you're trying to get at faster. Experience is everything. There's only so much you can learn reading a book, watching a YouTube video, a tutorial. Like, hands-on to me is like, real life experiences where you're gonna find it at. Then for the older people, be a mentor to somebody. Like me, as a DJ, I'm gonna take on a young DJ and I'm gonna show you the ropes and how to be a DJ. Or you want to be a Boto Bangers, I'm gonna take you to my studio sessions. I'm gonna show you guys how this is. Whatever advice is, that's because you also get a learning lesson as a mentor. Like I said earlier, like kids is like almost like mentoring kids, right? It's like you get a back and forth education throughout that. And I think when you start doing those things, you can keep it aloha.
Nice. Yeah. Great way to tie everything in together to end the podcast. So before I let you go, I just got my last Fast Fave 5 questions. These are rapid fire answers. Okay. Favorite movie?
Favorite movie? Oh, why you gotta do that? I can't do rapid like this.
What comes to your mind?
Dang.
Or what's the last movie you saw that you like?
Inception, then.
Inception?
Yeah.
Nice. That's a good one.
Something where I like cerebral movies.
Yeah. Ones that make you think. Yeah. Okay. Favorite childhood snack?
Childhood snack. I'm not a snack person, but I used to like Airheads because you could just like flap them up and then make them to a little pillow. It's from the Monopool Man.
Yeah. Okay. Favorite hobby?
Basketball.
Oh.
Like
he's a baller.
Like to shoot hoops.
Okay. 3-point shooter.
Yeah, I mostly like 3 points.
Okay.
Because then if I got
Filipino. Oh.
Okay, because if I got to drive, you know what I mean? That's too much. I can shoot a lot more threes instead of keep on running to the rim. I get tired. I'm old already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how much Filipino are you?
I think I was like 20.
So that's your 3-point shooting percentage.
Yeah.
20%.
Yeah, exactly.
1 out of 5.
Yeah, depends what kind of ball. If I get the magnet ball, I was shooting at 80.
Yeah. I know. I played at the base because my brother's in the Coast Guard. I played at the base with him one time, and we just played a bunch of Filipino, like a team of all Filipinos.
Cannot, bro.
Small, like cannot drive, but they were draining threes.
That's it. Steph Curry changed the game.
Oh gosh,
Changed
I'm
the
just
game.
like, just stand in front of them. Just don't let them shoot.
They know.
Let them drive. Let them drive.
Yeah, they gonna get blocked. That's
I know. Come on, defend the 3-point line.
Were they speaking Filipino?
Yeah,
because that's the worst.
They were straight from
Because then you can't understand they're
exactly
calling the plays like
yeah. This is what it is. It's the national pastime. That and karaoke, right?
100%.
Okay, favorite song right now.
Favorite song right now. Kendrick, Not Like Us.
Is that his last one?
That's the last one. Yep. I like it. Diss him.
I know
turn a diss into a club record. I love it.
My girlfriend and I were talking the other day. We're like, okay, we need to like sit down and have like a whole like timeline of all the raps, like listen to every single one and just like.
Oh, there's that. Yeah.
Because they got videos like that.
Yeah,
right?
I think my last post you can get.
Okay.
Yeah. My last post, I was
check
asking everybody like, Kendrick or Drake.
We meant to do that over the weekend,
and then I put the dates of like what songs.
Okay, cool. All right, and favorite vacation destination?
Vegas. I love to gamble. I love the food.
Nice, classic local boy.
Why not? Right? I like it that it still feels like home.
Mm-hmm.
When I go there, I have like 100 friends I can go hang out with.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I don't know if I've really been too much. Like I've been on tour. I did a lot of tours, but the thing about touring is you're only in a city for like 1 or 2 days. So like, and you don't really have that much time.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like I spent a lot of time in Vegas, and that's like me and my mom's thing.
Mm-hmm.
I go with my mom like at least 2-3 times a year.
That's fun.
So we go gamble.
So what do you play to lose all your money?
Just all poker.
Oh, poker.
Just poker
Nice.
game. Any variation,
craps,
variation of poker. Nah, not really. I don't like blackjack because then I feel pressured of like the table because do I hit or stand?
Yeah, because they're gonna get mad at you if you hit after like 13 or whatever.
Craps gets kind of too crazy and it's too much waiting.
Okay.
Just cards.
Yeah, cards. All right. Well, that's all we have for you today. Mahalo for coming in, sharing your story. Awesome talk stories. Is there anything you want to share with the audience before we wrap up? If not, let us know where we can find you.
Okay, one last story because I want people to appreciate where we live. That's why. So I'm gonna tell you a story about these 2 rappers from Baltimore. They came here. They were Airbnb in Waianae, and they came here because a couple of their friends got shot, and they just wanted a vacation away from Baltimore because their specific area in Baltimore is like, I think, one of the top 3 violent cities in the States. So somehow they were going around and talking to some locals, and they wanted to shoot a music video. So they called me up, hired me to shoot a music video. And they asked me, hey, everybody over here is like warning us, like, hey, be careful. They know we're not from around here, and this is like the ghettos of Hawaii. Is this the ghettos of Hawaii? And I was like, yeah, people consider this the ghettos. He's like, this is the most beautiful ghetto I've ever seen in my life. I would trade this hood for mine any time of the day. It's like, we walk around, we see people, you guys got nice trucks. Everybody got nice jewelry on. You can't wear jewelry in our hood. You know what I mean? He's like, the worst thing I seen, I was here for 4 days. The worst thing I seen here was like 2 homeless people. And they look happy to be homeless here. It's like, damn. So it made me realize, like, like where we're living is not as bad as we want to make it to seem. Bro, this is paradise. Appreciate it for what we have. Enjoy it.
Yep. That's a great example of your worst case scenario could be somebody's best case scenario.
Yes.
And that's a perfect example.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree. We're so blessed to live here. Our problems, yes, we have problems, terrible history, all that, but like it could always be worse.
Yeah.
My my favorite thing that I've been saying a lot, because one of my uncles in Hilo said it, it's like, hey, we don't got everything, but hard for beat. We don't got it all figured out, but hard for beat. You know, it's tough to live here, but hey, hard for beat. You know, a lot of things. It's
Stay content in your stuff. Make your home.
Yeah. Okay, awesome. Well, great last message. Tell us where we can find you.
At Osnizzle, OSNIZZLE on everything.
On everything. Yes. The X, the TikTok, the Instagram, the Facebook. Am I missing anything else?
YouTube. Spotify, Apple Music, whatever music stream you use.
Go check them out.
Pretty much.
All right. Well, mahalo, Osna, for joining us on the Keep It Low podcast. Spread love, be kind to one another, and mahalo for listening to us today. We have new episodes every Thursday, so make sure you follow us and leave a review. I'm your host, Kamaka. Remember to always keep it aloha.